guys farting? Don't fart, please. It's still hot.
We're back. The Sam Roberts Show.
You don't
not
have
on
to have.
XM. Yeah, it's confusing because I want to say it's with Sirius XM. I want to
Right.
give the company love, but then people are like, "Oh, I don't have that," and I'm like, "Well, you don't have to.
Right.
It's a podcast.
It's just a podcast.
You know, I'm changing the game.
You
one
are.
podcast at a time. Yeah,
You are. You
Yeah.
are.
This is the one. This podcast is the one.
Right.
It's different than all the others. The
And
world needed it.
I hope that that's Sirius's game plan. That they're like, what we're going to do is we're going to put out the podcast for free, but trick people into thinking that
Yeah.
they have to subscribe.
I think I've had at least one person say they got a Sirius subscription for the podcast, and I'm like, I forwarded the message to Sirius, and I said, I'm bringing in money.
Yeah.
So you can't get rid of me.
That's right. Yeah. And they won't even hear me.
Yeah, direct subs, you guys, and they can't find me, so put me on.
Well, we were just talking right before you came in, right? Mm-hmm. About this. Did you see the fight that Patrick Mahomes Sr.
Yes.
and John Rocker got into?
In New Orleans.
In New
yes.
Orleans.
Yes.
It was staged, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Because I guess Pat Mahomes' dad is on probation and had to tell his probation officer that he wasn't part of a street fight. And this is like, I guess Barstool
Yes.
was prepping for their next Rough and Rowdy or whatever.
As soon as I heard, I think like somebody in one of the first comments when I was looking at it, because you know when you have a show, you got to look for the news and pull it together. And so I was going to talk about this, and then I saw in the comments somebody was like, "Oh, they're getting ready for Rough and Rowdy," and I said, "Oh, okay."
I should have read the
I've been
comments.
around wrestling enough to know.
Yeah.
like this is a work. They're clearly trying to get you to be excited about a fight.
And I guess I'll still watch it.
Yeah, you know.
But it's also like, it is funny that they picked a guy who's on probation. So it's like, you can't get into
can't
real
stage
fights.
it. Like he has to admit that he didn't do that,
Yeah,
or
no.
else he has to go to jail. I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting strategy, but it worked, I guess.
Do you think Patrick Mahomes deserves way more credit for not only being like great, but also, because like, it's so much pressure
Yeah.
to be a elite level quarterback of a Super Bowl winning and going to, not winning this year team, but like the idea that when he gets off the field, this is his family, like that's his dad,
His
Jackson
brother.
Mahomes is his brother, like everything's a disaster for him off the field.
It does seem like, you know, sometimes when you have like Patrick's kind of quiet
Yeah.
for a quarterback, and I feel like it's because it's like the less he says the better.
Yeah.
Because it feels like when you're surrounded by that many people that look, and we don't know them, maybe they're really nice people, maybe Jackson Mahomes is fun to be around,
Seems
but
like it.
from online,
He
like
knows
from
all
his
the dances.
right? I mean, actually it's like really just one. The crazy thing about Jackson Mahomes is he knows like one song and he does one dance on every sideline. Like they just seem their personas seem like a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
So I like to picture Patrick like going home. He doesn't do this, but like going home, smoking a cigarette and being like, "Oh my God, this again."
Yeah.
Like you come off the field, it's already like a battlefield, and you come into another battlefield of drama.
Yeah, there's a real chance that the stress of a professional NFL football game is his escape.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Like he's dreading the off season
It's like,
because
please
it's
send
like,
pressure. I've got enough at home. Hit me.
whatever you can do that I'm not thinking about my family.
Yeah, it's possible. Or maybe
give it
he's
to
just
me.
as annoying as they are and we just don't know.
Right.
Maybe he sucks too. I don't know. These
Yeah.
are all possible theories.
I'd love to find out
Yeah.
that he sucks for a specific reason.
Yes.
Because I don't know what it would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not football, I'll tell you that.
No.
He's good at that.
He's good at football.
Yeah.
He's good at football,
Yeah.
but
But this,
not good
no.
at having a family that is not
Tough to be around.
tough to be around
Yeah.
and really, really annoying. Although, like I said, I'm going to watch I'll watch this fight,
Yeah.
and I do kind of enjoy, and maybe it's like that 90s nostalgia thing. I enjoy John Rocker making a comeback.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're here for this.
Yeah. I was saying because there's like so many problematic people now that are making money being problematic.
Right. So it's like you might as well bring back the old ones.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like John
Yeah,
Rocker
yeah.
didn't get to, make an economy
Right.
out of his being an asshole. So like now the fact that can happen, he's one of the OG.
Does that say
Asshole.
MAGA business?
MAGA business.
Meaning what?
Well, he's all about the MAGA
If you want to
business.
email me about making America great again,
Yeah.
here's my Gmail.
Yeah.
He's got a good Gmail address.
Which is John
John Rocker Braves. 1990s. I appreciate that.
And what was better in the 1990s than the Braves?
Yeah,
They
nothing.
were great.
Not much. And
They
we were
were
all
great.
watching it on TBS.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. America's Superstation.
That's right.
Yeah, I do love that. If it ain't MAGA business,
Don't email me.
No, ain't for me.
Don't email me about anybody, any rights. I just want to talk MAGA business.
Yeah.
Executive orders only.
I mean, you'd know this better than anybody. Talking about sports is usually fun because you can talk about it without like having a population of people being like, what do you hate the country? What do you hate? Like, it doesn't get so serious, except inevitably, like everything else now, politics starts to worm its way into it, and you can end up like stepping on one of those landmines without even realizing, like, I had no idea the context of this.
Yeah. It's funny, like, a couple years ago, the narrative was like, keep politics out of sports because of the kneeling during the anthem, which, you know, was an interesting thing for me that people were taking, like, you know, someone having a complaint against the country they live in, an American speaking out against America when people were paying attention to them. And that was politics. But now, like, at NASCAR, Daytona 500 this weekend, like, Trump flew I mean, he didn't fly it himself, but Air Force One flew over Daytona.
Right.
And then he drove the pace car. They prayed for him before the race, and you're like, what happened to keep politics out of sport? This is literally the president.
Right. No,
This is
we meant the ones
literally
we don't like.
Yeah, that guy was a football player on a football field making his own personal political statement.
Yeah.
But I thought we were keeping politics out of sports.
Right.
So,
Right.
you know, whatever. It is what it is. I'm at the point now, I'm numb. I'm just like, okay, fine.
Same.
Okay, fine.
Right.
You guys want to yell? Yell. I'm going to talk about the stuff that is interesting to me.
Right.
And what matters to me. And you guys can yell. He's followed by Shane Gillis, John Rocker.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I didn't expect that.
Yes, he is followed by Shane
And
Gillis.
Ann Coulter, everyone's favorite.
Ann Coulter.
Interesting list.
Yeah, the guy who killed Bin Laden,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
which is sick.
Yes.
And Shane.
And Shane. Of course. Of course.
I mean, I get that. I get why Shane would follow John Rocker.
You wonder if it's old, like if it's from, like, you know, pure Shane, like old pre-fame Shane just
Right.
followed John Rocker.
Right.
Or if, like, he's there for the MAGA business. You don't know.
Well, he just joined in October, so.
Oh, wait, John Rocker
Yeah.
did? Oh my God, it's a new account.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
well then never mind. This is a
And-
recent follow.
Right. So Shane at peak Shane Gillis fame.
It followed John Rocker. It's kind of crazy if you think about it.
Well, it could be one of those things because Shane's journey to superstardom was like getting canceled first, and now he's invincible.
Yeah.
That he's
But
like,
he was one of the first people that didn't, like, lean into it. That's what I respect about
yep.
Shane. He
Yep.
didn't go like, I'm the canceled comedian. I'm a canceled tour. He was just like, yeah, okay, you didn't like that. I get it. My bad.
Right.
And then just like
Right.
stayed fun, worked on his jokes and was funny. That's, I think, the path that should be more popular.
yeah, they fired me. That's fine.
Right.
I've been working on this show.
Yes.
If you like it, you should watch it.
Yes.
And everybody was like, we love this.
Yes.
We love this.
It was great. And he's funny.
Yeah. Are you also up on kind of all the comedy goings on since you have,
Yeah.
comedy in your house? Oh, you got Soder, like,
So I've always been like a comedy fan.
yeah.
But now I get the gossip.
The real
now
gossip.
Now I get the drama.
Yeah.
Now I get the an unintended consequence of marrying into comedy.
Yeah.
Because I knew on its face, I'm like, oh, you marry the funniest guy alive, you get
Right.
to laugh the rest of your life. That's the goal. But I didn't realize the unintended benefit was that I get to hear all the gossip.
And it's better than any
Yes.
any joke.
Yes,
any
comics are
stand-up
so
special.
gossipy
They're
about
the
it. There's
worst.
so much drama between them. It's crazy, but I love it.
Yeah.
I'm eating good in
Yeah.
the drama department.
Yeah. What did he say?
But see, now then I have to like be careful when I'm talking to other people where I'm like, is this public knowledge or is
Right.
this like Dan talking about somebody I'm not supposed to say?
Did I hear that on a YouTube video or a dinner?
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. Or you meet a comic now and it's like, no. I know all about you.
I know. I also get to watch Dan interact with comics where I'm like, I know what you said about that person 2 days ago.
Right.
And he hates it. He's like, man, now I got somebody like checking me on like I said I didn't like them and I'm giving them I like them energy.
You phony.
Yeah, exactly.
You
But
Hollywood phony.
at least I keep it till we get home and then I go, so I thought you hated him. I thought you guys weren't friends. You seem pretty friendly.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
then you're in
cool life
television
stuff.
and media, so I'm sure he catches you doing that all
Yes.
the time.
Yes, I just haven't been working, so he hasn't been able to. It's been a strategy. I took a couple years off so that Dan couldn't call me a phony in front of
What
all
did-
the people I have to smile to.
What did you do when you took a couple years off?
Like nothing.
Because you were like
Telling
everywhere
nothing.
for a minute.
I know. It was too much for me.
Yeah.
It was a lot. I started on YouTube. I started doing like comedy stuff when I was out of college and didn't have a job. And that turned into working at Fox Sports in 2013. And then the show I was on got canceled, but I got my own show. It all happened really fast.
Right.
And it was really fun, and I liked making what I was making. And then I went to ESPN, and that was a little bit of like the brakes were kind of hit for me because it's just such a big machine, and it's been around for so long, and they're really, really good at what they do. But they're not necessarily, I didn't find them to be ready to like able to pivot to like make something a little different. And what I wanted to do, which is kind of what I'm doing now, is like make sports programming for people who like will watch sports and are interested in sports and will go to like a baseball game in the summer, but aren't like checking to see the trade transactions in the morning and aren't like breaking down the defense. They just kind of want to like BS about sports.
Right.
And so we kind of tried to do that at ESPN, and it didn't really work. And then the pandemic hit, which was like slamming the brakes for everybody. Dan didn't go on the road, and I was working from home. And then ESPN made an offer that I didn't like, so I was like, no thanks, thinking I would just go do something else. And then if I'm honest, a lot of sports media now is gambling.
Right.
A lot of the money and a lot of the content, anybody making new stuff is a gambling company. And I'm not like better than anybody. I'm not opposed to gambling as a concept, but I do think like some of sports should be a little separate. I think there should be like a space for people that like, let's say you loved sports and were addicted to gambling and you want to go back to just loving sports. There's like really nowhere to go.
That's interesting.
Everything's brought to you by DraftKings and FanDuel.
Right.
So it's like, I kind of wanted a little podcast that, or if you're like a kid, like I don't think kids understand that gambling and sports can be separate. It feels like we're selling it to them like, if you like sports, you love to gamble.
Right.
Instead of being like, you can just like the sports of it. And so, when I left ESPN and I was like, had offers from, money that I didn't necessarily want, I just kind of took some time off and like got into liking sports again as a fan.
Right.
Instead of having to like know everything so that people wouldn't constantly say like, you're a woman and clearly you don't know because you got something wrong. Because I felt like I was doing homework instead of like loving sports the way that I always loved sports because I'm from Boston. So I just sort of, it's such a luxury. I just kind of took some time off and just sat, watched sports, played video games, read a couple books, not as many as I should have.
Literally 2.
Yeah. Like two or three. And just tried to figure out like what I wanted to do. And then, came up with this idea for this podcast and pitched it to Sirius, and they were like, we love that, and here we are.
Was that tough at first when you're like, oh, because like you said, it was moving fast for a while, and you were like everywhere for a second.
Yeah.
And then for you to go, I'm not going to do anything right now.
Yeah.
Like, because you feel like when you're on that
Yes.
sort of, when the wheel's spinning, you're like, I got to keep the wheel spinning. I got to do this. I got to take advantage of that opportunity and that opportunity. And if I don't keep doing it, they'll all forget about me.
Yeah, it was hard. It was scary, but I also think it was necessary for me because I think if I had stayed on that wheel, that I would have lost myself. Like I would have, you get kind of, like unmoored. Like I felt like I was like floating out in an ocean and I didn't know where I was. Like I think like it felt to me like it's now or never. Like taking the time now, the world stopped. And so it gave me like an opportunity to slow down and reassess. And I think like if I hadn't have done that, then I would be less in touch with like me and who I am than I am now. And I think wouldn't have like Dan and I got very lucky. A big thing in my life that I've always wanted is to be in love. And I found like the love of my life, and we got to spend time like an eternal sleepover for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And then I got to like travel with him on his big shows. Like when he did Red Rocks, like I got to go with him. He's from
that's so
Denver.
great.
And so like having that free time was like very, very valuable. We got a dog. I got to hang out with my dog. I've never had a dog before. I've always wanted a dog.
You know what you got to do? You got to be a human being.
I got to live a little.
And there's so many people who like work in this bigger picture thing that they're not human.
I know. But it's like, because you can't be.
You can't
it's
be.
tough to be.
Yes.
Because to be a human, the way the internet is now, everybody's just yelling at you all the time. So if you're like connected and you're yourself and you put yourself out there, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's easier to be detached, to be like a personality or like a something that people can project themselves onto, but you're not actually a person. But I don't know, it just felt important to me to be a real lady.
Right.
An actual lady.
So then
who
you
lives
get
in the world.
you get to become a lady.
Yeah. Kind of. I mean, like in the Vegas sense of the word. I still don't really know how to do my hair or my makeup, but I'm trying.
But then you also, I think, get the opportunity to figure out what you actually want to do. Because at some point, not doing stuff feels less scary, I would imagine.
Yeah. I think that like, especially now the way society is, a lot of people's lives are consumed by work because they have to be.
Yep.
And I hate that for people that are working like 3 jobs just to get by. And I also hate it for people that are just they have the money and the means, but they think for some reason they have to keep going and working all the time. I saw it as like a luxury that I had made enough money and done well enough for myself that for a few years I could just go away, and just live wake up and go, what's today about? And a lot of days the answer was nothing. But you know, it was just a nice, it was a luxury that I'm glad I took advantage of. And then eventually I had to be like, hey Dan, you gotta force me out of bed. You gotta get me back in shape. You gotta be like, let's go. We're going to work.
Right.
And so, you know, we're in that now. This is like, I think we're a month into the podcast. So I'm like knocking the dust off. I'm up. It's what time? I'm awake right now. This is crazy for me.
10
so it's
o'clock in the morning.
Insane. I mean, usually I would get up by like 10:30 usually. Okay. But yeah, I'm getting back into it. It's work, but it's fun. And I think as this podcast is like finding itself and figuring itself out, I think it's going to like become like a really cool thing. Really cool thing I'm happy with.
Do you feel like you're finding your footing? Because even here, like, I mean, we lost Norton. I mean, he's alive, but he doesn't do the show anymore.
Thank God that he's alive.
In January, and it's like, for at least a month, at least that first month, it was like, sitting here, I was trying to figure out what this show even feels like,
and
what
and
it
have
is.
you got
it? It feels more like a show now. Like I know what the feeling is now, and where it feels like it's moving. Now, as opposed to figuring out what it is.
Yeah, good.
And I think that doing it 4 days a week helps, but you doing a podcast twice a week as opposed to once a week, I think is a huge step in the direction of going like, okay, things are starting to feel normal.
Yeah, it's exactly it. I knew that like if we did a once a week podcast and that was my coming back, I wouldn't be able to structure my week around it. I would get lost in like the time, and it would just be like, oh, the show's here, and I wouldn't. So the 2 times a week was like by design. And I also really wanted to make it in person. Like I really wanted guests, and I wanted it to be in person as much as possible. We've had a couple Zoom guests because another thing the pandemic changed, it just made Zoom so easy for everybody,
right? Which
made it easier to book bigger guests that normally wouldn't be in town. But I really love, all of my favorite stuff is when like 2 people are in the same room and like bouncing off each other. It makes a world of difference. So like that's the goal ideally.
Especially because somehow 4 years removed from everybody getting Zoom, there are still professionals that are like, no, the laptop microphone is fine. I don't need to get a microphone. Like, what are you doing?
Especially when you're doing like an appearance on something, and you're like, that's your setup. You don't have headphones in.
The whole thing, like we see that's your house. There's your bedroom. Like you're using the webcam on the computer. That's what we're doing.
Wild.
Okay, cool.
On an old computer.
Yeah.
Like, at least get a new computer.
It's not a new computer.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But some of these cameras, these ones, the serious ones that they gave me, 2 HD. Get away from my face.
Right.
Way too HD.
Too much.
Give me a blur or something.
Right. Like, get that Diane Sawyer Vaseline lens.
I'm doing my own makeup. We don't have hair and makeup anymore. So what if you just gave me like a nice, soft little something, you know, I reach 40, maybe we could soften a little bit.
I'm reaching the stage in life where
HD
softening
camera in my face. I'm like, it's too close.
Right.
Back it up.
Right. No, you're right. This is some people deal with.
It's too much.
Right. And you have to learn the hard way now. Was that part of it? Like when you go from like, okay, you've been doing television for multiple different networks to now it's like a podcast, regardless of how high profile the podcast is, it's a different thing. There's no hair and makeup. There's no this. There's no that. You go like, oh.
Part of it I love.
Right.
Part of it is like People are leaving me alone.
You get to be hands-on.
Nobody's breathing down my neck. There's no, person to answer to. There's no managing up, which is my least favorite part about working in any company. And I found out about it the hard way. Is that your job is to make sure the executives are happy. And you're like, but they're rich and they've got assistants. I do not have an assistant.
Right.
I'm just me.
They should be doing great.
Yeah, they should be happy about me. I'm putting myself out there. I'm getting screamed at.
Right.
Nobody even knows who they are unless they sexually harass a bunch of us, which they did. But it's like, but the good thing, the bad things about being hands-on is, yes, I can't explain this. I don't know how to explain it to a man,
right.
but to a woman, when you get your makeup done by a professional and you see what you could look like at your absolute best, and you see that every day, and then that goes away and you've got to try to do it, and you're like, well, these are all the same tools, but it's not looking as good as it did when the lady who knew how to do it did it.
She's a professional.
It's very frustrating because you're like, I know that hot girl's in there, but I can't find her.
Yeah. And all the commenters are going, what happened?
They're like, oh, you look so good with no makeup. And I'm like, bitch, I spent an hour on this. An hour. This is not no makeup. This is makeup done by somebody who does not know how to do makeup.
Yeah, listen. I can't fully relate, but I will tell you, I mean, working at WWE, the way they've made that shine disappear off my head.
It's something.
And then I show up elsewhere, and that,
and they go, you have a shiny head. I
Yeah.
didn't know your head was so shiny.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
To an extent.
Yeah, right. Not as much, but you get it. You can relate.
Yeah. Also, launching the podcast right at the end of the NFL season, tough.
Okay, so here's what happened.
Right.
Inside baseball here. We had finally agreed to all of the things you got to do. You know, the contract stage is a lot longer than you want it to be.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure you know.
We're still in it.
And so we had by the time we got it to where we were ready to start working on the podcast, it was I want to say August or September. And so it was we were either going to catch the beginning of the football season with no prep and just kind of get going, or it was we could use these months, and then you run into the holidays where it's November, December, and they don't want to launch anything in November, December. And so it was kind of they were we can either do it right now and go with these people you've never met, who most of my producers are remote, or we can spend these months, which feel like way too many months, developing it and then hit the ground running when around the Super Bowl to kind of catch those casual fans who watch the Super Bowl and kind of keep them engaged in sports. And so we opted for the second one. And then, of course, as it goes, we didn't do as much. We just practiced. I got to know the people that I'm going to work with. It was just basic, here's where the bathrooms are at Sirius. Here's how your pass works. Yeah. We found the studio at Bryant Park that's Sirius was I didn't even know you guys had that building over there. And so we did all that stuff. And then, we just launched with the Super Bowl because it's that is the big, although this year, what a lame, all around lame terrible. Super Bowl. I don't know if you guys enjoyed it, but it just, the game, the commercials, all of it was just
yeah. No. Yeah.
Pretty forgettable.
I think the commercials are a thing of the past. People haven't come to terms with the fact.
Yeah, it's probably over.
It's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
They were so good.
They were incredible.
So fun.
Are you kidding me? My dad worked in advertising at the height of Super Bowl
my God,
commercials.
amazing.
I mean, he'd sit home. I mean, they were so exciting that he would bring a VHS tape home from work.
That's fun.
On the Friday
really
before
fun.
the Super Bowl, going, you guys
want
to see something?
That's sick.
You guys want to see some Pepsi commercials?
That's very cool.
And they were fantastic. This little kid sucking himself in a Pepsi bottle. It was incredible. It was incredible. But yeah, now those days
now
are
it's nothing.
Those days are over. It's Kanye selling swastika T-shirts on the Super Bowl. What are we doing? What are we doing?
That set me back. That's another thing that I think the pandemic did. It made me really sensitive. That knocked me off my feet for a couple days. That Kanye thing. I was upset.
Yeah.
That upset. I was we live in a place that happens.
You should have heard us in here. We were all laughing about how stupid all those tweets were, and then we saw the website. We were like, he's really doing that?
A Super Bowl commercial. Scan my QR code, and all it is a swastika. It's just we're sliding backwards in a way that's upsetting.
Yeah.
But you got to just ignore it,
That's it.
That's what sports are for. You push it down, ignore it, and go watch a hockey game, which now is also political. I don't know if you guys are getting into hockey in here.
We are.
Four nations.
As as of the weekend,
Yeah.
we're a hockey show.
Yeah.
We
Because of that
became-
game?
100%.
Yeah. Amazing.
Once
An
it
amazing
was,
game.
well, and we only, by the way, watched the first 9 seconds.
Yeah. Well,
But
it's good. It was a good 9 seconds to watch.
a great 9 seconds.
It was a
to
fun
watch.
fight.
Just like throwing off the gloves. But I feel like they're almost embracing the politics and like they're almost being kitschy about how they're embracing the politics.
Well, now today there was I don't remember who it was. I saw somebody say like they hope Trump comes to the game.
I saw that.
because they've been using that 51st state something as like a rallying cry, and I'm like, how is that a rallying cry? How does that motivate you? Make them the fit. It's and this was a great point brought up by I don't know if you know comic Jay Jordan. He was on our podcast yesterday. He was like, "That's a big state. That's
huge.
I mean,
It's a
it
country
itself
size.
is broken up into territories. So
Yeah.
it's like, what are you gonna
No, that's
one state? It's
I think,
crazy.
I think that's the most disrespectful thing of all of it. Like all these provinces that
Yes.
you've built that
Yes.
are full of different humans and different cultures and different geographies. I mean,
Yep.
it literally spans all of the United States. They're like, nah, one state. It was the United
the GM.
States. Yeah, the
I mean,
GM.
but who even is that? It's
I have
a
no
nobody. The GM of a team that doesn't exist in a couple days.
Right. He said Trump would be welcome at Thursday's final game
Great. In Boston.
in Boston. Yeah, that's your spot. That's your town.
I know. I'm still look, it's what, 10:22 on Wednesday. I'm
Right.
still debating if I have the chutzpah to go. I just like when a big event that I really like is happening in my hometown, I feel like it's my duty to go.
Right.
But I'm also like getting to Boston, and Dan's going to somewhere this week. He's in like Alabama or something. So I would have to take the dog and I'd have to like drive, and is it worth it? This is just me working through my personal plans now with you on your radio program.
But now do you feel an obligation to go too because you got the podcast?
It just
you'd be
feels
able
like
to-
it would be a good thing to
on the Thursday
be
pod.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
I think you should go.
I know now I'm feeling like I really should, especially because I've said it publicly.
Right.
I do feel like I should go.
I think you should go. I think you have to remove yourself from the politics of it and just
Yeah.
kind of
Enjoy the game.
observe it. Just
Yeah.
observe everything. Just the chaos, the circus. Nothing's real anymore.
True.
Like
I mean, that really, we have to. We live there now. Like, you live in a world where it's like, fine.
Like it's
You
over.
win. This is it.
It's over.
Anything that happens, it's happening. So
yeah. I'm not responsible for it.
I certainly didn't do this.
Right.
And I'm not saying anything about it
But I'm
anymore.
gonna check it out.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yep.
mean, planes are falling from the sky, states are burning to the ground, and it's like it's all good. You know.
Yeah, everything is cool and
It's
fine.
great. You got a
Everything is
podcast.
cool.
It's
I have a
fine.
new podcast about sports, the most important thing on earth. Everything's
Right.
fine.
Right.
Everything's fine.
No, I love when I heard that you were launching Casuals because I've been an NFL fan for 2 seasons.
Congratulations.
2 seasons.
Okay. And
it's
so you
been
hate the
huge.
Chiefs?
Uh,
You have to. If the last 2 seasons have been your seasons, you can't
no,
like
I
them.
don't. I don't hate the Chiefs because I don't like people. I don't like when people don't like people because they're great.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
like
fair.
like the greatness prejudice fatigues me because it's just so repetitive. It happens every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I was anti people hating on the Chiefs. Some of the refs calls were questionable.
I mean,
Some of the refs
this
calls
year
were-
was pretty tough.
Yeah, some of them were. But then in the Super Bowl, they were like, "Okay, we'll make bad calls on the other
I
side
know.
too. We'll just be
That was
terrible."
great. That first call, that first flag, the pass interference flag, everybody was like, "Uh-oh," and then it worked out.
horrible.
Yeah, it's
Horrible.
it's interesting. I feel I'm at the age now. I'm starting to feel bad for refs.
Really?
Because it's just like so much pressure, and then the constant conversation about your job being replaced by a computer. It's just like you have to go out there and be a sponge for everyone's anger.
Yeah.
Like everyone's anger is directed towards you. You can't, you're using your eyes and you can try your best to get it right, but sometimes you blink at an inopportune time, God forbid. And then they have a camera that will prove you wrong in front of everybody while also saying that you could be replaced in 2 years by AI. Like in baseball, they're really talking about like robot umps are coming. They're going to get rid of the umps.
They got the strike box.
I know.
I could do it. I could do it from home. Be like, I saw it. It was out of the box.
That's why I hate the strike box, because I'm like, I know it's not right. And it's making me less smart of a baseball watcher, because I used to know where the strike zone was.
Wow.
Like intrinsically, because I could see where it was on his body. Now with the box, even if you try to ignore it, it's there, and
It's
you're like,
always
well,
there.
that was outside the zone.
Right, because it was outside
So-
the box. Like there's no
Right.
analysis
Right.
anymore.
Yes.
The box rules all.
Yeah, exactly. And they even say, they're like, this might not be correct. Same thing with like the lines on football. They'll always say, that's our graphic. That might not actually be the line. And you're like, well, it's there, so it's the line.
It's the
like,
line.
that's the line now.
Yeah.
If that ain't the line, get it off my screen.
Right.
'Cause it's the line now.
It needs 100% accuracy.
Yeah.
Because you put it there. You didn't have to.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
And when we clip off this segment of we're not going to include the part where you said that the line's not real. So it's for all intents and purposes, if seeing is believing, the line's real, the
line-
box is real.
It's
It is
there
what
in
it
front of
is.
my face.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Yeah, but I need that stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
sure
new.
it does. Yeah, it does help. I bet it does help. But you would know if a pitch wasn't hittable.
It would motivate me to figure it out.
Yeah. And
You know
now
what I
you're
mean?
like,
It would motivate me
now
to
you're
do
like,
the
I don't
work.
need to know.
No.
I don't need to know. The box is there.
Right. I have no idea.
Do you like baseball?
And it's very boring. It's a very boring sport.
But it's like boring on purpose.
But that's a dumb thing to do.
So, you know
It could
how
be exciting.
people are always talking about second screen content. I actually heard a very depressing news thing that like Netflix or one of those like content companies was going to start making content to be the second screen. So background, basically garbage TV that you can put on while you scroll your phone.
That's great.
And I feel like that's baseball. Like, put a baseball game on in the middle of the day. You don't have to watch it.
Right.
You don't have to sit there and go, okay, here we go. You just
I
put
don't
it
sit there
on.
with my little program and my little
Exactly.
pencil.
You don't have to keep a book.
Oh, okay.
Just put it on, turn the volume up, and then do your chores or answer emails. And then when you hear the crack of a bat, you look up and you go, oh, sick. Action. You watch a little bit of action, and then you go back to whatever it was you were doing.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't sound like good.
It is good.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I love baseball.
Because what if it was like, I'll just have quiet time instead and
Okay.
get almost the same thing out of it. Except there won't be a crack of the bat every like half
There won't
hour.
be excitement. There won't be something to root
excitement.
for. There won't be like, wow, the marvel of the human body.
I like.
Wow.
That's true. The
Happening
Marvel.
live in front of me.
That's true. I mean, listen. When there's something so spectacular, Jim Abbott pitching a no-hitter with one hand, amazing.
That's it. That's the last
Amazing.
time you were enthused by baseball.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
And also, my dad, for all of my life, showing up because I went to a lot of baseball games growing up.
Yeah,
And I
right.
like going to a game. Like that's a
Right.
great time.
Yeah. Okay.
But especially because we only ever went to Yankee Stadium,
Yeah.
and regardless of who they were playing, he only ever wore his Red Sox hat.
yes.
And so it's like Detroit Yankees.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's got a Red
Go
Sox hat on.
That's my dad. No matter what, will say Yankees suck. We'll
Two favorite
We're
teams.
at like a Bruins game, and he's like Yankees suck, and you're like, this has nothing to do with that.
Right. Two top teams.
But they do suck.
Red Sox, whoever playing the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like he'll sit there. And I
Exactly.
brought him to a game, I mean, a year or two ago.
Yeah.
To be like, you know what, Pop, this time I got the tickets, right?
Wow.
And we went and we sat down and
And
it was
the new Yankee Stadium?
in the new, yeah. You don't love it.
No, it's like a mausoleum. It's like a here's how great we used to be. Okay?
That's true. That's
Sick.
a good, yeah.
What about now?
But then he sits there and he just has people turning around and looking at him because anytime the Yankees do anything bad, he loudly cheers. And anytime anything bad happens to the Yankees, and anytime they do anything good, he's the one guy going, boo!
Sick. I love your dad.
Yeah.
Like just off this
Yeah.
limited. I love your dad.
Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, we would be friends.
Yeah, my 8-year-old son went over to the house the other day and said that he liked the, or in October probably, and said that he liked the Yankees, and he called him a homer. He called my son a homer. And my son had to come to me and say, Dad, what's a
What's
homer?
a homer? You're like, well, in what context, son?
Right. My wife is like, why is your dad like insulting our son? Like it's just a game. I go,
well,
no, this
he
is.
needs to learn a lesson.
And I was in support of my dad in that.
Yeah, he
instant.
needs to learn a lesson.
Right. You can't just
see.
be running around throwing out team names.
No.
Thinking you're safe.
No.
Not in these streets.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Certainly not. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So no, I mean, no, I'm not a
Baseball.
I'm not a baseball person.
What, so you rank your sports in the order that you like them, and you can include WWE if you
I
want
mean,
to, if that makes you feel better.
if you want.
in sports,
Because
if
guess
you
where
want.
that's ranking?
Yeah, top, right
Like
up top.
number one.
the realest of all the sports. It's your favorite.
It's literally top 5.
Okay.
So number 6 is probably football. Football has really established a great place in my heart because I
Great.
never knew I would be a football fan, and then all of a sudden, here's what happened: Aaron Rodgers blows out his Achilles,
Yeah.
and I go,
Oh, you were a Jets fan?
I didn't know.
Oh,
I didn't care.
No, that saved you. Then you were saved.
I watch him butt
Yeah,
his Achilles,
no.
and this is all I say. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen on TV. Look, all these people are upset.
Yeah.
All these other people are cheering. He was supposed to be. He had that big entrance. He had the flag waving behind him. It's one play. I go, this is probably the greatest game.
It was like poetic.
That's why
It was poetic.
That's
it was
what
like
it was.
theater. You
That's
were
what
like
it was.
all of this pomp and circumstance, like Aaron Rodgers
Right.
is here, and then you immediately.
Like this season for me, I was like obsessed with the Commanders. Seeing
Yeah, it was
the
fun.
story
That was
Washington,
fun.
I was like, this
It was
team
very
isn't
fun.
supposed to be this good.
And DC needed a win.
DC
you know?
needed a win.
They deserved it.
They deserve it.
They really did.
Yes.
They didn't get it though. So
So
it was
that's
fun.
that's what it ends up. And I think because it's the season's short, it's your
One a week.
It's
It's really like digestible.
and there's a story that goes along
Yes.
with it. In baseball, where
Yes.
they're like, well, we're going to get through our 450
Yeah,
games.
it's a lot
I'm
of
like,
games. It's a lot
too
of
much.
games.
Just have every team play each other one time, and then whoever's the best at the end,
That's so
World
funny.
Series.
That's really that's very funny.
yeah. But and then
Basketball, hockey.
I appreciate basketball and hockey.
Okay.
The only thing I really I pay attention to basketball because there's so many good stories that come out of the
Yes.
NBA.
Yeah.
The NBA is amazing.
Personalities and yeah.
That's what, obviously,
yeah,
wrestling guy, that's what attracts me
Of
to all
course.
of this stuff.
of course.
Like, I mean, am I watching every single game? No, but am I looking at this Dallas-LA trade and obsessed with it and reading everything about it? Yeah.
yes,
It's the
because
fucking
it was the
best.
craziest.
The craziest.
In the middle of the night, people finding out in the club, DJs being like, "Attention!" and nobody believed it. because
Nobody
it was
believed it.
shocking.
Nobody believed it.
It happened, and we still don't really know why.
No, except it was a little heavy.
It is funny that how much worse white guys look in that Lakers yellow. You're just
That's
like
true.
it's not as doesn't hit as
No,
hard.
no,
doesn't
it
look as
doesn't.
good. It's like it makes you look a little sick.
Right.
Sometimes
Right.
you got to get used to it.
Especially since he is a little pudgy.
Yes,
He's
yes,
a little pudgy.
yes, and that was kind of the crux of the whole thing, right?
Right,
So
right.
yeah. So that part's funny to me.
Yeah.
I watched by myself,
Right.
alone,
Okay.
the Royal Rumble.
That's the one to watch.
I watched it I chose to watch, like a lot of times when I'm watching wrestling, it's because like Dan's really hyped on something. We'll watch it together.
Yeah, I mean, my wife knows far more about wrestling than she'd ever care to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like part of the ritual of love is like partaking in each other's hobbies. Ours tend to be very close to each
I was
other.
about to say, is that supposed to go the other way too?
Ours, like,
I thought the woman just watches the man stuff and
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
guys are also supposed to like our stuff. Dan
Oh.
really lucked out because my stuff is mostly sports.
Right.
But yeah, you're supposed to do it to us. Just write a note to yourself
Okay,
later
that's
that you
good
should
to
do
know.
that. But it was this one was Dan was on the road somewhere, and a friend of mine. I actually have a bunch of friends throughout my life who have like worked at WWE, and so I was like, I'll watch this. I'll see if it's interesting, and I like watched almost all of it. I think I watched all of it.
I mean, you got to watch all of it. It ends with the Royal Rumble.
I mean, the end was the greatest part, yeah. But I
Usually
like. I
you
think
just
in
switch
those,
off, like,
I
all
think
right,
the
number
middle
20,
rounds.
I get
think
it.
the middle rounds, I was like, I'll play a video game, and it
Right.
went on like a second screen for me. But
That's the
then I
baseball
moved
part.
it. Yeah, exactly. But then I moved it back. Yeah, the middle of Royal Rumble is baseball.
Yeah. Now I understand baseball.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was good, right?
Yeah, it was great.
So glad that the Paul brother, whichever one that is,
Logan
didn't.
Paul.
I can't stand them.
Yeah.
And I know that's what they want. That's why I whisper it, because I don't want to have actual like hate for them, because that's what fuels them.
Yes.
But I can't stand them. I'm sick of it.
It is weird, though, that being a bad guy wrestler is translated into a lifestyle for people.
Yeah.
Like, that's a whole...
A thing you can do
Thing.
now. You can live as a heel.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, everybody hates me. Good.
Right.
And it's like, I wouldn't
couldn't-
like that.
I
It'd bum
couldn't
me
live
out.
like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's tough.
No, but you make a lot of money. It's like, yeah, but everybody hates you.
Right.
Like, that sucks.
Right.
Yeah. But they figured it out.
Yeah. And they monetized it.
And I love that WWE was like, yeah, I mean, that would work great for our show.
Yeah.
You know, everybody
Yeah.
will boo him and it would be perfect. Yeah, Royal Rumble's always a good one to watch because it's action, action, action. It's quick.
Yeah.
You see everybody all at once.
Yeah. It's basically like, who's still in WWE?
Right,
It's like,
right.
bring out your roster. Let me see who's still doing it.
Every year there's so many people, fans that like come back.
Yeah.
Just to jump in for the Rumble to be like, CM Punk's back, huh?
Yeah.
You know?
It's very accessible. Very
Yeah.
accessible that way.
What was that? Was Dan and his lifestyle as a comedian or being a professional wrestling fan more difficult for you to deal with at the beginning of the
What
relationship?
a question.
Yeah.
Probably the wrestling fan thing. I mean, we were at first.
Stop.
At first, we were into AEW
A lot of people were.
when it had promise.
A lot of people were.
We were into it. I went to an AEW like an event.
Yeah.
And that quickly, I think we returned. We came back.
Of course
to,
we did.
to WWE.
I knew everybody was coming home. I didn't hold it against
I
anybody.
really liked Orange Cassidy. He's
great.
I don't know if we can take that guy and bring him over to WWE. That'd be fine by me.
Be fantastic.
I like the bit. I think it turns the whole thing on its head. Where
Yes.
he's like actually a very good wrestler.
Right.
But he acts like he doesn't want to the hands in the pockets. I'm
great.
obsessed. But yeah, I just have such a hard time understanding what's real and what's not. And he keeps trying to be like, it doesn't matter. Like, you have
thank
to
God.
let
Yes.
that go. And I'm like, nah, I can't let it go. So is he really married to this woman, or is this a
Doesn't
fake
matter.
marriage to
Doesn't
this
matter.
woman?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Drives me
sometimes
nuts. That drives me nuts. There's no
one, both.
consistency.
Sometimes
I
it
need
starts fake and becomes real, and we
Crazy.
just keep it going.
crazy. That
Yeah.
doesn't drive you nuts?
No, it's the best. It's the best. You just go into this wrestling world.
Yeah.
Right? You enter in.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing everybody has to get past. Like, just submit to it.
I know.
Go into the world, and then just, I mean, it's like you should be looking at the real world anyway now. It's
know.
exactly what we were talking about. Like, just allow it to happen. And if it entertains you and it's a show, then great. And then you find out, I mean, it's way more real than one would presume it is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you watch one like modern match and you're like, oh, that hurts. These are real bumps, right? They're taking real bumps.
That's right.
It's, it really takes talent and skill. Especially like if you saw that streamer guy who got rocked.
Oh, I Show Speed?
Yes. I was like,
Did you
he
see
did
that, Travis?
not expect that. The way his head was like slammed into it's like, damn, they really hit him.
That was one of well, again, that's part of wrestling, right? Because that's one of those things where I Show Speed goes like, yeah, I'll take a move. And this guy, right? Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
His move is a spear where he just he's an old football guy. He played
Yeah.
college football. He's just a
Big guy.
huge guy.
Yeah.
And for him, it's like, you, Mr. Streamer, are here for a day. I have to be here every day, and I have to convince the audience that my spear hurts.
Oh.
So guess what?
Convinced.
Like, if I'm going to do it to you, I have to kill you.
Yeah.
So you have to be dead, and that's the way it's going to have to be. Look,
Off both ropes. And then the look on his face was just like,
what the fuck just happened?
it had to be the worst getting the wind knocked out of you that he's ever experienced in his life.
And
That
then
was
it's like-
and you're in front of a crowd of people who are
Right.
cheering, and you have to, then you're getting lifted above his head.
It's 70,000 people. Like, don't forget, now I have to throw you out of the ring, and you have to get thrown on a table.
Crazy.
Yeah, can I not do the second part? Nope,
Yeah,
sorry.
nope, there it
We've
is.
already started.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
after his little flip. He had just done his flip and was
Right.
like, hello, everybody. And then that was it for him. Done. Crazy.
Yeah, but you just have to.
Suspend disbelief.
I mean, it's like do you watch reality shows?
Yeah.
I mean, do you not? Do you like really watch those going like, oh, this is a
Yeah,
real
I guess
show?
sometimes you're like, clearly this is a producer trying to stoke a fire and cause an argument.
What difference does it make?
Yeah.
Who cares?
The acting's a little better, I'll say.
On what?
On reality shows.
Depends on what reality show.
True. Very true. Very true. But there are times where like there's like when they come out of a match and they'll go to, are they all called promos? Anything
Sure.
on video is a promo?
Sure.
So there's some where I'm like, I'll look at Dan and I'm like, I'm gonna go. This is, I can't. This is a
Dan,
lot.
It's fine.
This is
Shut
a lot.
up.
He's like, what do you mean? It's just, they do what they need to do. It's good enough.
Of course.
They established the storyline. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's the same thing. When my wife is like, why is he talking like that? Because that's how he talks.
Because he's part of the family, and that's the way. And you're like, okay, I don't know. There's a lot of backstory.
You don't know.
It's a lot of backstory, but it is crazy watching Dan's like eyes roll back, and he can access like the archive of anything that's ever happened in wrestling. He is like an encyclopedia of wrestling knowledge.
No, that's why I love him, because there are some people, especially now that wrestling's cool again or getting hot again, you know,
Yeah.
that like they go like, oh yeah, I love this stuff. And I start talking to him. I go, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
You're not about it.
Yeah.
You don't love that. You enjoy it. You don't love
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Except when I sit down with Dan, it's like, yeah, we'll be here for a while. we're gonna be talking about this for a while.
Yeah, but it's sweet. You know, I think it's so sweet. It's like a connection to his childhood. He's
Right.
been watching this
100%.
since he was a child. It was like the marquee event of his childhood was when there'd be like a pay-per-view and he
Right.
would get to stay up and watch the pay-per-view. And he like is still deeply connected to that.
And it's utter escapism.
Yes.
To this day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
still like you watch and nothing else is happening. Nothing matters.
Yeah.
It's just this weird world that's being created for me. I just hang in this curated world for a
Yeah.
while, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's misunderstood.
I think so too.
You know?
I also I feel like whenever I watch a wrestling event and they show the audience, it's real people. Like, I just feel like you're seeing real people who like really care about a fake thing, but they are real. It's just like real people. I feel like when you see, I don't know, a lot of like sporting events now, it's like the rich people all down the front and like
Right.
the whatever celebrities over here, or like guys in business suits with like a jersey over it. And you're like, okay. But like wrestling, I'm always like, no, these are all fans. These are all real people fans that really love this. They're wearing the merch. They got signs. Like, these are real people.
Yeah, I feel bad for people that don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're missing out, dude. I'm not the one who's missing anything.
Yeah.
You know? I got this and what you got.
Yeah.
You know?
But you don't have baseball.
I'll deal with it. I'll live with that.
It's real boring.
right.
It's
right.
real
Yeah, that's
boring.
the problem.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
happens
yeah,
when
yeah.
it's real.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
boring.
yeah,
Who cares?
yeah.
You know?
Sometimes it's exciting. Shohei Ohtani's very exciting.
He's very exciting. Translator's also very exciting. That guy's going to jail.
He sure is.
I can't believe they're making him pay and sending him to jail.
I know.
Like, he's got a huge amount of money he's got to pay, and he's also got to. Is he going to jail for like 4.5 years or something like
Yeah, I
that?
thought my mind is saying 5, but it's
Something like
probably
that.
something like 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 years, and then he's also got to
Gotta
pay like
pay. How much is it?
it's millions.
I know.
$17 million and nearly 5 years in jail. I would think one or the other.
Right. I think so too. Especially because it's like, I don't know. He lost a lot of he lost a lot of money.
A lot of money.
And he's
And he's got to pay 1.1 to the IRS.
interesting.
Now we're at 8.
That's an interesting wrinkle. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Imagine having, like, you get through that debt.
Can we get rid of, if we're getting rid of government stuff, can we get rid of that?
That would be sick.
I mean, probably
Yeah.
ultimately it wouldn't be, but it would make April a lot less stressful.
This year would be awesome. If they were just like,
Yeah.
no more taxes.
No more taxes. You'd be like, sick. And then in like a couple, I think we'd go, oh, that's why
it'd
we did that.
It'd be tough. Like, can I have anything? They'd be like, no, nothing.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
But
Just
for a
broken bridges.
few years, I would celebrate it.
That'd
I
be
would
great.
celebrate the downfall of the IRS.
That's right. It'd be so much disposable income.
Yeah, it's all mine. I get to keep it all. Remember that first time you got like your adult check and you saw what they took out and you were like,
What?
huh?
When do I get the
And
rest?
they're like, well, we give you back like a little tiny pittance of it.
Yeah.
Once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to, speaking of baseball, you got to spend some time in the broadcast booth.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy that?
I would have liked to.
Yeah, okay.
It was okay.
Okay.
It was
They spoiled it for you.
well, here's the thing. It got me back into baseball.
Yeah.
It was a weird opportunity that when it came through, I said to my agent, I was like, they must mean somebody else. No one's ever looked at my body of work and said, get her in the booth.
Right.
It's not what I do. I'm like on the verge of sports and comedy. I'm about like making it funny and fun and enjoyable. I'm not
It's an
here to
entertainment show about sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not here to analyze at all. So why would they want me in a booth? And Apple was like, no, we really, so I said no. And they were like, no, we really, let us get on the phone with you and explain to you our vision for it. And I was like, okay. And this is Apple's first foray into sports. They hadn't done anything in sports yet. So that alone made it a valuable call to listen to if you can be at the forefront of something in sports, a company like Apple. And they called and they were like, listen, games aren't getting any shorter. Everybody's complaining the games are too long. But then we're watching people basically watch 3-hour-long podcasts on YouTube. And so why, if they'll do that, when visually there's nothing happening,
Right.
What if we just made like an interesting sports podcast during the baseball game? And I was like, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Like a broadcast that doesn't take itself that seriously. That's like talking about other things in baseball while the baseball game is happening. And then when action happens, we've got a play-by-play guy and but like mostly it's about having a conversation throughout the entirety of the game. So I was like, sick. And they were like, great. By the time we had agreed, that was like 1 week before the season started. And so I was like, okay. And so we'll just do it, right? So then I learned that first week that Apple is the one broadcasting it. But because they'd never done sports before, they were using MLB Network crew and trucks and all the established, like the whatever to make it work. And so it was basically an MLB Network production. Now I love MLB Network, but MLB Network is a baseball fan's baseball coverage. It
Yeah.
is the purest baseball. It is like invoking memories of you and your dad and the old game and the crack of the bat and I'm not that. I'm just not that. And so pretty quickly it felt like being the third person in a booth is already like you can do it with two. So three is kind of already your extra. And the first game, the baseball fans, diehard baseball fans, did not like it at all. Like actively rejected it. And then it became, women don't know anything about sports and this woman is proof. And so immediately I'm like, well, that's not going to be my legacy going out. So I spent, these were one game a week. I would do it was a Friday night game every week. Dan can attest to this. I would watch baseball and study baseball and like quiz myself on my two teams leading up to the game all week long. And then Friday would come and I would just be so overwhelmed with like notes and knowledge. And I didn't like relax and enjoy the game. Like I didn't feel like I was getting to watch the game and I wanted to get out of the way of the guys that had like important stuff to say. And so it just kind of became like I'm grateful for it. I'm glad I did it. But if you're like putting it in a list of things that I'm like happy, like proud of my performance of in my career, it wouldn't probably make the list. But the seat that you get to sit in to watch baseball, to call the game, is the best seat in the house. And so I got to go to all these parks I'd never been to. I got to find out that at Arizona, the Diamondbacks park, they have the best iced coffee of any baseball park in America.
Really?
So good. And it was a cool experience. And the guys I was in the booth with, Steven Nelson and Hunter Pence, and Heidi Watney was our on-field correspondent, who was like like the Red Sox girl when I was growing up. So it was like starstruck by her. They were so nice. They were so like, they were rooting for me. I could tell they really were. I don't know that I did my best for them. I tried, but it was an impossible task that I took on. I'm glad I took it on. And I certainly learned a lot from the experience, but I don't think I'll probably be back in a booth.
And it is a cool thing just to be in a booth and see, oh, this is how this feels.
Yes.
Right?
It's also how this works. So now when I'm watching games, I'm like, oh, this happened. Like I can tell what's like, I'm like, oh, he wanted him to talk. Like when Tom Brady had it was his first year in the booth this year. And it was interesting for me listening to it because I was like, obviously we're coming from very different backgrounds when we go into the booth, but I could hear moments where they were like, you could tell Kevin Burkhardt wanted Tom to talk here and Tom doesn't have anything to say. So it's just silent. And then Kevin will start talking.
Yep.
And so I was like, I recognize that because there was a lot of times that like people in the booth, like Steven would look at me and go like,
right.
And I'd go, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to say. I'm so sorry.
I have nothing to contribute.
I don't have the card in front of me right now.
Yeah, but that is, I mean, a tough thing when you're in a position where this thing that was the goal
Immediately abandoned.
And now you're so caught up in studying and figuring out you're not thinking about your performance or just being natural.
Yes.
Anymore.
Which is all
you
I
have
am.
to be natural.
All I am is like put me in a room and I can be in that room and make that room entertaining. Like that's what I like doing.
Right.
And so in that role, I wasn't in the room. I was in my head. I was stressed out. As soon as it became obvious to me that like the idea I was pitched was not going to be like prioritized in terms of the production, like no one was going to go, okay, last week we went really sports heavy, but this week let's get back to that podcast thing. Like it wasn't, no help was coming. It was, I was seeing Apple like once every 6 weeks, they would send somebody to be like, hi, how's it going? And that was it. And so I was like, okay, this is an MLB Network thing. I just have to not drown. And so it became about like staying relatively afloat instead of like swimming and showing off how I can swim. It was like constant, gasping for air.
Yeah.
So it was tough. It was very tough.
That's a wild thing. You've had so many experiences.
Yeah. And that's what I tried to see it as like, dude, you called a Red Sox game at Fenway Park. Like,
yes.
Sure, people were mean to you online, but like, it was cool.
Right.
It was a very cool thing. And it really did reinvigorate in me my love for sports, because the Red Sox pissed me off for a couple years there. Sure. And the way I took it out on them was I was like, screw the Red Sox. We had our golden years. I got my championships. It was like formative in my life. And maybe now it's time for me to step back from the Red Sox, which of course then that was when I got offered that gig a couple years later. And I was like, I have not been paying attention to baseball like that. I've been pretty pissed off at ownership for getting rid of Mookie Betts. So it was, but it got me back in, and now I'm so passionate about it. I yell at you about how you don't watch it.
Right.
So it's like I'm back. I'm fully back in baseball. So that's good.
That's
a
good.
lot of good will come from it ultimately.
Yes.
But in terms of jobs, certainly the hardest one that hopefully I'll ever do, but that I've done so far.
You did great on Jeopardy.
Thank you. That was the most fun I've ever had.
I would imagine.
I'm obsessed.
I was thinking that you look like
I'm obsessed with Jeopardy.
you love Jeopardy.
Dan and I watch Jeopardy when we eat meals. So every night, if he's on the road, we'll save them up. And so we have them on
Really?
DVR. So we DVR Jeopardy. We're a little behind right now, but only by like a week or so.
I mean, that's literally adorable.
We love Jeopardy.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love it. And like, there's things I've learned from watching Jeopardy. Where like, I didn't know them, but they've used it enough on enough of the episodes that I'm like, oh, we know this is Alexandria because we didn't know it before.
When did you and Dan just settle into being like an old married couple?
Right away.
Right away.
Right
That's
away.
what it strikes me as. Like,
Right away.
We found our people.
Yep.
This is what we're going to do.
I really think, I was thinking about this the other day because we're trying to get better about this, but we currently order any meal we need. That's how we eat. We don't cook. We're not people who know how to do that. Truly, I don't know if Dan knows how to work a lot of the stuff in the kitchen. I'm just being honest.
Sure.
And so like it would fall on me. And then I was in that weird spot where I didn't have a job and I was like really resistant to the idea that I'd become the like woman who cooks the meals and does the laundry while
Right.
Dan goes off and works. So like,
You didn't want to go full trad wife.
right. And so I
Yeah.
was like, I was probably too much raging against that and being like, no, I'm a woman who works. I just don't have a job. So why was I telling you that we order every meal? Oh, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, when did we both just become okay with waking up and ordering breakfast? Like, we should feel ashamed.
Breakfast
by
included.
that. Sometimes.
That's wild.
Not every day, but sometimes.
Many days.
Many days. And because we're a breakfast dinner family. We don't really lunch.
Wow. But like you'll Uber Eats a breakfast?
Yeah. Isn't that awful? But
I'd
we
say
never
it's-
had that moment where we
it's
had
horrible.
to. There was no shame. We just both. That's most things.
You
Dan
would-
and I.
I mean, just eggs and bacon in a pan.
No, no. Well, we could do that, but then first of all, no one talks about this. Your house smells like bacon all day.
Bacon smells amazing.
I know, but all day
Well, I don't think it lasts all day.
it does.
Crack a window?
Lasts all day. Maybe we're pretty high up. No, we just Dan and I just fit. We are indoor cats. All we want to
Yeah.
do is sit in comfy clothes and watch something or play something or eat something. Like, we don't really want to do too much.
So you must have been furious when he took the living room as his podcast studio. So now you actually have to go to a real podcast.
The office.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was supposed to be our office. There's 2 desks in there, and then there's the couch and that's his. So we both have PlayStations. His is in that room. Mine's in the living room.
That's amazing.
And most times, like, we'll play almost every night. We play the Rocket League. Do you know what Rocket League is?
I do know what Rocket
We
League
play.
is.
They have a
That's
12
so
o'clock.
funny.
They have a midnight tournament. It's a 3-on-3, and so it's me, Dan, and my brother who lives in Chicago
You guys are playing on separate.
on headsets on separate in different rooms.
I mean, this is amazing.
I know, but that room has basically become like his room.
Sure.
And I do miss having like an office. Like if something's happening, I'd like to go into the office to handle it. But
But now
instead,
it's
that's Dan's
Dan
playroom.
and homeless pimp are in
Yes,
there.
yes, exactly. And so I wanted mine to be in a studio because I was like, I don't want people to look and go, this looks just like that podcast Soder. That like, there's not another wall. It's just a tiny. We live in New York City,
Right.
So it's not like a huge apartment with like a lot of, good looking walls. And also, I mean, when the pandemic first hit, when we were in Hoboken, and I had to like be on ESPN on my webcam on Zoom, surrounding me, like what I could see was mess. I'm a very messy person, and that was my depression house. So all of my clothes were like on the floor, and so I'd be on ESPN, like saying whatever I'm saying, looking at like just piles and piles of clothes, and it felt so strange to be like,
Yeah.
no one knows.
Right.
They think that I've just got a plain wall behind me. I am sitting amongst years of mess that we had to move out of. So we got out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I think about that sometimes. I have a studio that I built in the basement.
Yeah.
And the studio itself it looks amazing, if I do say so myself. But it's like totally, it's a corner of the room,
Yeah.
completely professional. You can't tell it's in a basement. Like, it looks like Sam's got a real legit studio. But I mean, Troy, you've been down there. It looks like everything around it looks like, oh, this needs to be on that show Hoarders. Like, it's just piles
and-
everywhere,
yeah.
except there's a path.
Yep.
So guests can
Perfect.
come in. There's
Exactly-
there's a path to
exactly
get to
what
the
it looked like in
studio.
our- yes.
Yes. And then once you're sitting in the studio,
Amazing.
You're
Looks
in
great.
it.
Right.
You're on a show.
The lights keep you from seeing what's back there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everything gets darkened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But it's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
I just saw a news story that they said that, you know, like Cracker Barrel is trying to figure out, they're trying to update their, like, what the restaurants look like, except they're finding it very difficult because people who go to Cracker Barrel are like, don't touch my Cracker Barrel. but then they're trying to attract new customers. But one of the things they did say was like, and you know, the tariffs have been tough.
Oh, really?
And it's
Wow.
like, what are you guys getting?
Trump
from
is really hurting his base here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Cracker Barrel's the home base.
But then I was like, what are you getting from China? Like, what's Cracker Barrel importing?
Yeah, that's yeah. I guess those shirts, don't they sell like? Isn't there like a gift shop in the middle? Don't they
Oh,
sell
yeah.
like probably those Cracker Barrel T-shirts?
Probably a lot of
yeah,
Cracker
are
Barrel
made by
T-shirts.
Child slave labor.
That's
in
probably
China.
right. And
Yeah,
some of them aren't even Cracker Barrel. Some of them are just like fun sayings, like, you know, on the road again, or keep on trucking.
And now we're gonna have to get our own child slave labor to make the shirts.
We will. That would be great if we find out, like, look, we're going to start making things here again, but also we're going to really take out all those child labor laws.
Yeah,
we're not doing that
that's
anymore.
the only way to do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
because you have to be competitive
That's
with
right.
China. Because the whole idea is that we let other people have unfair practices.
Yeah.
but now we're forcing ourselves to create our own.
Yeah, we don't do that here. Well, we'll import, but yeah.
It is funny that, like, obviously, the tariffs I think are very, very stupid.
Yeah.
But it is funny that like both alternatives are kind of hypocritical. It's like we need to go back to letting other people have child slave labor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, that is the better alternative. But it's
Because
funny that.
the tariffs are so expensive, but also you have no idea how expensive stuff would be if we had to pay full price.
If we have to, so like, but anyway,
Yeah.
it's so funny that Cracker Barrel is like only now being like, we should do some updates.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've had it on lock for a while.
Yeah, why fix something not broken?
I don't know. I feel like it's not broken, but I'm also not looking at their books. I feel like people go to Cracker Barrel still.
Yeah. I've actually never. I don't know if I've ever been. I'm from the Midwest.
You'd love it.
Yeah, I was more of a Denny's person. You know,
Denny's rules, too.
Yeah,
Denny's rules.
I don't know. Is Denny's in in this area? I can't remember.
I think they're out in Jersey. They're Denny's in
Okay.
Jersey, right, Travis? Yeah. But there's
I always really like Denny's.
Denny's is great.
Yeah, but I never did Cracker Barrel.
No, well, Cracker Barrel is like you trick yourself into that's like at home. Denny's is more like America's diner.
Yeah.
Whereas Cracker Barrel is like, this is some good at home
Right.
cooking.
I like the diners in New York because it's like, it's just the same kind of bad food as diners in the Midwest, but a lot more expensive.
Sure.
So it's just like, you can get the same kind of crappy tuna fish sandwich.
Yeah.
But it'll be $40.
Right. And it's literally like from the same distributors, like the same frozen food.
And it's still bad because like a restaurant is good if it has focus. And a diner has no focus.
None.
Every menu looks like, Brothers Karamazov. It's like 1,000 pages. And like, so it's not any better.
No.
It's actually kind of worse, honestly, because it's not as greasy as like something but then it's just like $50. You're literally paying for the nostalgia of a diner in the Midwest, essentially.
Right. Whereas when you go to a diner in the Midwest, it's just a diner.
Yeah, it's just a diner.
Like,
It's
this
just
is what we
10
have here.
So it's
Yeah.
just hilarious. I go to them all the time because I'm sober, and like a diner is just kind of like a bar for sober people,
I see.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
see.
But like if you're hanging out after a show, right? You go
You
to
go to the diner
yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
No, I love diners.
Yeah,
diners
yeah.
are the best. They still have plenty of them out. Like, well, I'm out in the suburbs, So they have diners all over the place.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Diners are. It's the opposite of a bar. A bar, it's dark and trying to get laid. Diners just you and a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, you
brightly lit.
Right.
Couldn't even get laid if you wanted to.
You've given up on where the rest of the night is
Yeah.
going, but you're okay just hanging. And the diner's 24 hours, so you'll just sit in this booth for the
Truly
next
the best. It's
7
the only
hours.
time I'm really like I love like hanging out with some friends at a diner is to me like joy of life.
I mean, it almost brings you back to high school, right? Like
Yeah.
when you were old enough to just like hang out.
Yeah, high
till
school.
late
The last
at night.
time I was happy. Yes.
yeah.
No, diner, like, to me, it's like anytime like you're doing something, are you excited? You know, some event.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I have to pretend I'm excited because I don't really get excited for things.
Sure.
I'm a fatalist. So it's
You are.
like, I just assume everything's going to go bad. So it's like,
I better not get excited.
Yeah, I'm
'cause
getting
it's-
married soon, and people are excited. I'm like, no, because I'm worried she's going to leave me at the altar. You know what I mean? I'm not excited for the roof to cave in. You know, I'm
Right.
a fatalist. But to me, the real joy in life is like you're at a diner, no expectations, some friends. That's
What could go
yeah,
wrong?
Yeah.
What could go wrong? You're already there.
Yeah.
You're not going to get excited about the plan for the diner because somebody's going to flake out. It's not going to happen. But once you're at the diner,
Yeah.
you're good.
She's gonna leave me at the altar now. Now that if she hears this, she's like, I'm not excited for the wedding. I just wanna.
I want to go to the diner after the wedding.
No, I'm excited for the wedding, but
Do you really?
know,
Are you that much of a fatalist that you go like, well, things could go wrong in my personal life. She could leave me at the altar, so let me curtail my expectations.
I'm not worried she's gonna. I mean, I'm not worried specifically for that, but I do curtail my expectations. I do believe it's a Jewish kind of fatalism where you think if God sees you excited about something, he'll crush it. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So you have to hide your excitement. You have to assume it's not going to go well because if any excitement triggers the universe to destroy the thing. You know?
Right, that's it. So, like, no matter what, it's not even about being in a certain position in life. It's just
Yeah.
this universe is built by God
Yeah.
to make sure that you don't get too excited.
Yeah, this is the best promo for my special taping. Come to my special taping, you might die. But, well, it's like I'm afraid of turbulence planes. You know,
You are afraid of that.
Yes, and I'm on them all the time. It hasn't
Yeah.
gone away. I mean, it's gone away a little, but I do think the people who are afraid of turbulence or afraid of flying are the fatalists because. Statistically, you're fine, right? You're going to be fine. I mean, it's taken a hit lately,
Sure.
but it's going to be fine.
Sure.
But a fatalist is afraid of a plane because if a fatalist can drive in a car because he can assume the car could crash, but he'll survive. But you can't really survive a plane crash for the most part.
Because
so,
it's not about the statistics of the accident, because they say you're far more likely to get into a
Exactly.
car accident, but
it's about the survival rate when the things go bad.
it's going to go, if it
Yeah.
goes even a little bad, it's going all the way
Exactly. That's what a plane is. It's like you can't, plane, like car crashes aren't so scary. You hear about people talk about car crashes all the time. You rarely, like, no one's like, oh, I'm late for work, my plane crashed. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like,
But if one of the guys in here was like, oh, I'm going to be late, I got into a car accident, it'd be like, but you're coming in.
yeah, you're coming
Okay,
in,
so
right?
we're
Yeah.
fine.
With
All
a
right,
plane
fine.
crash, you're not like, well, yeah, you got to come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
if somebody came in and was like, my plane crashed, but I'm still coming to work, I'd be like, oh, we got to hear this story.
yeah,
This
well,
is
that's
great.
true. I guess you would demand them to come in. Yeah.
But if they said, like, my car crashed, I'm coming to work.
Like,
you'd be
who
okay,
cares? My car
whatever.
crashed earlier today too.
Yeah,
Well,
big
not
deal.
special. So everyone afraid on a plane is I think a fatalist. They're not. The objective reality is not. The
Right.
objective reality is that you'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
In most things in life, right? Your life expectancy.
Almost always.
Yeah, but the fatalist assumes the universe is against them. Though I have learned a trick on for turbulence now.
Yeah.
Which is really helping me. Which, if anyone is listening and afraid of turbulence, try this next time. When you're on a plane, it's shaking. Just close your eyes and think about all the dreams in your life that didn't come true.
Okay.
And eventually, you get so sad you're kind of okay dying, and that alleviates the fear of turbulence.
I thought you were going to just say, just shake your leg and it'll even out.
No, you gotta accept the death,
Like it's
but bum
happening.
yourself out so much that you don't care.
Right.
And it works.
It does.
Sometimes I have to think about relationships that fell apart, but eventually I get to a place where I'm like, well, let's have the plane crash, you know?
But then when it doesn't crash, aren't you
You're
just
bu-
like super bummed?
Yeah, that's a good point. But you're not you're just trying to survive this plane crash. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Every time a plane like lands, I think it's like I
A
really
miracle.
do. Yeah,
Are
it's
you
really
an
funny.
applauder?
I'm not in my soul. I am. I wouldn't do that. It is funny that people applaud. Like,
is really
I mean,
funny.
kind of the people who applaud. I guess are the ones who thought they were going to die.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
no, I mean, but isn't there at some point, don't you just go like, look, everything has been fine. And not only has everything been fine, but like I went out and pursued this very atypical career in comedy, and somehow I have figured out a way to survive through life and still be a comic, and clearly this is what you're doing for a living.
I like how you're like, you should have perspective. Look how crazy it is that you have a career.
That's right. That's
The fact that you have a career should alleviate any of your fears. Clearly things are working out on a magical... Well, yeah, I mean, the truth is I've gotten a little better, but if it's shaky, if the plane is shaky, it all goes out the window.
This is it.
Yeah, it's just like, well, to be fair, maybe statistically you're fine, but we're not robots, and you are in the sky, in a chair, that is shaking.
But you've been
that is
there.
Evolutionarily kind of a scary proposition.
Yeah, unless you've been there in many shaky chairs many times, and it's always fine.
It's funny, it doesn't go away. I think for most things that's true. Like, I haven't been mugged in New York, so now I'm just like, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
But planes are the one time where, like, There
is something interesting, too, about that, like, about not worrying about being mugged, that, like, that's where statistics don't matter. Like, I will walk around a dark, unsafe street if it's familiar.
Sure.
Without any worry at all. But I will go, if I'm out of town and just on a walk and it looks even remotely shady, I'm terrified.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's not my street. It's probably not even that bad. It's probably way less dangerous, but it's not my street.
Which is the illusion of familiarity, which, by the way, so your reasoning for a plane that it's never happened, it's actually that's not actually, scientific evidence just because it's been fine a couple, whatever amount of times, you know what I mean? But the statistics are, but even now you're still talking about a delusion.
Right.
I'm talking about the delusion of crashing. You're talking about the delusion of familiarity.
Sure.
They're both not really accurate.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just because I haven't been mugged has
nothing to do with
yeah.
it. If anything, the fact that you haven't been mugged that many times is bringing the statistics up that you probably will at some point.
In the sense that I'm probably not looking out for it, yeah.
Right.
Not in the sense that, like, just because it hasn't happened.
Sure. But the comfort, the level of comfort.
Yeah, like Kathleen Madigan had a joke once about this woman who lost her arm by a shark attack, and the woman's like, well, I still surf, because what's the chances of it happening again? And she's like, the same.
Exactly the same. The same.
100% the same chances. If anything, you'll probably look more like a seal because your arm is like a flipper.
Right.
That's the thing people say when you get, like, I'm also afraid of sharks, another crazy thing, right?
I mean, you go swimming a lot?
I go swimming some, and I used to watch Jaws every day as a kid. It seeps in.
Every day?
Yeah. It led to a lot of therapy.
It's just a lot of Jaws.
But I am afraid of sharks, which is the craziest of all things, and a deep insult to sharks, because sharks kill about maybe 5 to 6 people a year.
Right.
We kill 400 billion sharks a year.
Right.
So the fact that we're afraid of them is insane.
They should be terrified of us.
Yeah, and they're not. Honestly, the fact that they've killed 5 of us should be they should be allowed to kill a lot more just to even the score.
Right.
We genocide sharks every year, and yet we're afraid of them. It's crazy.
What are we
It's like a
killing
Nazi being like, "Oh, a Jew!" Ah! Though I guess they were kind of like that. But
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
What are we killing sharks for?
I don't. There's in Asian culture, they work for certain aphrodisiacs and all sorts of stuff, soup and everything. You know?
Ever have any shark pills, Troy? Aphrodisiac.
No. But shark's fin soup is a big thing. Right?
It is.
But
Yeah,
I think
shark
they're
fin
stopping
soup.
people from doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, all I know is those shark tooth necklaces.
that's big too.
That's
yeah.
big. But I figure you could just get the teeth without killing the shark.
Nah, that's probably hard. Yeah, you wait for it to go to a dentist or something, or falls out.
That's
Get it
right.
from the shark's tooth fairy. Well, but whenever you're swimming with I was in Florida and I was telling someone I was afraid of sharks, and he was like, "Well, don't worry, man. A shark will only attack you because he thinks you're a seal." And I'm like, "How does that make it better?" Like that, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna lose an arm and be like, "It was fine. It was just a big misunderstanding."
Yeah,
And-
he didn't know it was me.
yeah, and also a little worse actually, because now you're not only getting attacked, you're being mistaken for a 400-pound animal.
That's right.
So it's actually very fat shaming. The shark's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just thought you were a giant fat animal."
Yeah, I never would have done that if I had known.
Yeah. He also said at one point, it's this comic from Key West, Tom Dustin, who's a really funny guy. He said, Boston guy, we were in Key West, and he's like, "Don't worry, man. When you're swimming, you just don't want to mess with a hammerhead or a bull shark." And I'm like, you can stop there. I have a no mess with shark policy across the board.
Yeah. Why don't we jump in a pool?
Yeah, I'm not going to see a Nerf shark and be like, he's not on the list. Let me kick it in the in the scrotum. Can you say scrotum? You can say scrotum.
You can say
here.
whatever you want. It's
Oh,
satellite-
really?
It's the future. This is satellite radio.
Oh, right. I've been like trying not to curse. You know what? Obviously, I know you can curse here, but I did radio the other day and I dropped a fuck and I felt bad.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did they get upset or they were like, we just
No, they have that delay, but you're just so used to being on podcasts talking about like, eating pussy and whatever the
Sure.
fuck, getting pegged. And then you do one radio a year.
Yeah. And they're like, what?
It is funny that made me momentarily forget that this show that used to have Jim Norton on I thought was like a clean show.
No, we decided after Jim left, we made the conscious decision to go clean.
But so shark it's all none of it's like accurate.
No, it's just how we feel. You watch Jaws every single day?
Every single day as a kid, yeah.
For like what?
When I was 5.
No.
Yes.
Why?
First of all, every parent back then would have been CPS would have been called on them, right?
All the parents.
Yeah, every parent, till like the last 3 years, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
That's
every
right.
parent.
Yeah, give it like everything pre-pandemic.
My dad took me to the crying game when I was 8. That would be like a sex crime now.
That's true. But he was like, well, I wasn't going to leave him home alone. I had to see the movie.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, which was very boring for me because I didn't understand the twist. So for me, there was no twist. So I'm like, what's the conflict in this movie?
It sucks.
But Jaws, I was in love with it, and I watched it every day.
Did you have like the VHS?
The VHS, and my buddy who was my babysitter, family friend, said I would watch it while like crying, terrified, but I would refuse to turn it off.
And then you just turn it on the next day again.
Yeah,
and
and I was
like
obsessed with it, yeah.
you've always liked being scared.
Yeah, and I just loved it, and
It feels comfortable for you to be scared.
And I will say, I'm a bit of a movie guy, a movie snob. I had great taste at 5.
Jaws is a great film.
As Quentin Tarantino once said, he said it was like it's the best movie. Maybe not the greatest film, but the greatest movie.
That makes sense. I like that.
I do think
That's
it's
a
one
good
of the greatest movies ever.
It really is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so incredible.
When I was a kid, my VHS, because that's what it was, like the VHS movies that you would just wear out. I think everybody's got like certain movies that they to this day know every single line because these were the VHS tapes. For me,
rotation movies, I call them. You had like 10 movies on rotation.
Right. It was Charlie and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, get it right.
It was exactly. None of this Johnny Depp bullshit.
Yeah.
It was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Clue.
Okay, Clue was in a lot of people's rotation. It was not in mine, and I've yet to see it, but it's in a lot of people's rotations.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What else?
And then definitely the Tim Burton Batman, because I remember
that was in mine. Yeah.
As much as I remember the movie, I remember the Looney Tunes ads for the merchandise that came on before the movie on the VHS.
Was it Looney Tunes or Tiny Tunes?
No, it was Looney Tunes.
Okay, right. Tiny Tunes was probably later.
It was later because this was like one of the first real like commercial VHS.
Batman was on my rotation for sure. Yeah.
And then definitely the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, that was definitely. Both of them were on my rotation.
But like,
I actually think 2. You're a little older than me, probably, like maybe a couple years.
Probably.
I think 2 was more on my rotation than 1.
1 was heavy
2 was really on my rotation.
2 was the funner movie.
Yeah,
1 is kind of dark.
Yeah, I guess I don't even remember 1.
Yeah, it's kind of a serious, like dark. It's like, it's like they felt like they watched the Tim Burton Batman. They were like, yeah, let's make it like a dark, gritty Ninja Turtles, and kids were like, what?
I just loved how what's his name had a New York accent, but none of the other ones did. What's his name?
Yeah, Raphael
was just like, hey, what are you doing here?
What is this all
about? What the fuck is going on here? And the other ones were like, Cowabunga, man. It's just
Michelangelo was like Corey Feldman.
Only he had a New York accent. Yeah, I used to watch 2, and I remember I was watching behind the scenes once, and I saw that the people in it were like Asian.
Yeah, because they were like.
I felt betrayed for some reason just because I thought they were American. It was like a racist feeling I had when I was like 8.
Yeah, this isn't right.
I was like, what? Because the voices were different than the, obviously the people in them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that was a really fun. But Secret of the Ooze, man, I love that.
Secret of the Ooze is the much funner movie, and the Turtles in Time Part 3 was hideous.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters. Hideous. Raphael is just such a bitch because he's always complaining, and then he always gets caught and they have to save his ass.
And it's so annoying because he's such he's so emo about everything.
Yeah.
But also clearly he's the one April O'Neil has feelings for.
Yeah.
And even as a kid, I'm like, fuck that. Like, what do you like? He's like so shitty all the time, and the girl still likes him. I was not pleased.
Yeah, you're right. She really had terrible taste. Like every other one of them is like awesome.
Yeah.
Like Donatello's like the fucking. He's like the scientist, right?
Yeah.
Leonardo's the leader.
Yeah.
I mean, even Michelangelo is, he's at least a stoner guy.
He likes to hang.
But yeah, it's really those movies show two things: that women have bad taste in men or turtles, and that also there's a narcissist in every family. There's a narcissist in every group.
True.
Raphael, there's always one person in every community that brings the whole fucking thing down, and Raphael was that. He was just a needy, like narcissistic guy,
So when did you go like, okay, what's wrong?
Right?
Oh, just every time you bump that, it's just
Oh, shit.
it's rattling in my headphones.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, what's
Shit,
he bumping?
sorry.
Oh, he's bumping the mic. He keeps moving around.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were offended by my Raphael.
I thought
gonna fucking.
It's rattling in my head.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
I thought somebody had passed gas.
I thought you were gonna
oof.
I thought you were gonna beat
I was
me
like,
up. I thought you were gonna be
nah.
like, take that back about Raphael. He's the fucking best. April had great taste.
There are people who still to this day are like, Raphael is the best.
The narcissist, the one in every family. Yeah,
Travis, do you like Raphael?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I
I
call
thought
that
he was
one.
the best.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You
yeah,
prick.
yeah.
I knew that. I'm gonna guess Troy like Michelangelo.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, party dude.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. I called that. I guess we know. Yeah, if we were the Ninja Turtles in here, I'd be Leonardo, obviously, the leader.
Yeah.
Mike would definitely be Donatello because he's more machine oriented. You would be,
I guess I'm
stupid
Raphael?
narcissist Raphael who thinks he's the leader, but he's definitely not. And
He's the problem, yeah.
and Troy would be Michelangelo because you're a good hang. That's right. And then Renan, you could be April, and we'd all be trying to like have sex with you.
I thought you were going to say Splinter.
Well,
we need a leader.
I'll be the guy who delivers pizzas.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's late?
Who's got? That's right.
No,
Home
it's-
Alone was also on the rotation.
Home Alone was on
first
the
Home
rotation.
Alone was on
for
the
me.
rotation.
I watch that now, Home Alone, and I'm like, shh. I find that movie to be so sociopathic. That kid.
You find Macaulay Culkin's character to be sociopathic.
Yeah, I feel like I'm alone in this. Everyone's like, it's such a fun movie. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
found it to
he
be
is
very
a
fun.
psychopath.
How so?
Well,
Because he doesn't want to share the bed with his bedwetting cousin from Succession?
no, because he chooses to torture these criminals as opposed to just getting the cops. And the torture is insane. And it's crazy. I'm the only one who sees this. Everyone else is just like, no, it's a heartwarming movie.
It is.
He puts a nail
Right.
on a stair, knowing that the guy's foot is going to go on the nail.
That's right.
And then he laughs about it. If you could check, he'd probably be hard while he was laughing.
Probably.
It's like insane.
But dude, this is how. But this
He
is
lights them on fire.
Right.
he is like, it's so cruel.
right to the point that their head is on fire.
Yeah, and it's insane, and everyone's just like, it's such a heartwarming movie. It is not a heartwarming movie. I truly believe, you know how he did Good Son, Macaulay Culkin, where
Yes.
he's a sociopath?
Yes.
It's the same movie. It's the same character.
Same character.
It's the same, I swear to God, it is the same character.
This is what happens to Kevin.
Yeah.
This is what's next for Kevin.
What's so crazy, too,
and
is
it's the same tree house that he tries to throw Elijah Wood
exactly.
out of. Yeah.
It's what's so crazy is that Macaulay Culkin goes to the church in the middle.
Right.
And he talks to that guy, that loser guy, or the guy, yeah. This part is insane.
The loser guy, is that his neighbor?
Or the neighbor guy, or not the
You thought he
loser,
was a
but
loser?
not the
Fuck
He
whatever.
doesn't talk
guy.
to his son.
But
Yeah, he couldn't. His son wouldn't even talk to him. He had those big boots on. What a fucking loser!
but the guy gives like a heartwarming story, and the message Macaulay Culkin takes from that
Right.
is, I'm going to torture these criminals tonight. That's literally the message.
That's vengeance.
It's vengeance. It is not it is Christian in the old school vengeance way. All
Right,
right?
right.
That's what it really is. I mean, they're basically crucified.
No, you're right. So you're saying that in this movie, if there is a Jesus Christ, it's either Harry or Marv.
Pretty much. They're
Yeah.
the thieves.
And
They're
honestly-
the two thieves next to Jesus.
Honestly, probably Marv because he had a more pleasant disposition.
Yes, he
The
did.
Daniel
He is
Stern
more the
character.
Jesus character. But look at this. Look at this right here.
Okay.
You don't just put a nail. He puts tar on the steps so they have to take off their shoes.
Ensuring that it's barefoot, even the
Ensuring
socks.
that it's barefoot.
The socks
And
will
then
be gone.
What kind of, only a psychopath
How else would he be?
Only a psychopath.
How else could he ensure that the nail would penetrate the foot?
This is Saw. This is fucking Saw.
Yeah.
There's also, it's really funny too, there is like a very vulgar line that the thieves say at one point, which also, once again, I really feel like I'm alone in this and everyone's just blind to this movie.
Home Alone?
Yeah, I'm alone. Everyone is just like, everyone's just like, this movie's so fun and heartwarming.
It is.
There's literally a part where Joe Pesci is so mad, and it comes out like 2 minutes after this. Joe Pesci goes to Macaulay Culkin, "I'm going to rip off your nuts and boil them in hot water." He literally said
Nuts?
that. Yeah.
Did he say nuts?
I don't know if he said balls or nuts, but it's basically that line.
Whoa.
It comes out a little
Whoa.
bit. He's like, "I'm going to rip off your balls and boil them in hot water."
Who's Chris Columbus
Isn't that
doing?
insane?
That's
an
I don't
insane
know
line.
that line.
I'm going to rip off the balls of an 8-year-old kid, and which I think might be pedophilia, right? If
You
you're
can't
ripping
rip
them
an
off.
8-year-old's balls off.
Yeah,
You can't
and
do that.
boil them in hot water. This is Jeffrey Dahmer. They're insane. This movie is insane.
Have you
I'll
seen-
snap off your cojones and boil them in motor oil.
Motor oil.
But still, that's cojones. His balls, his nuts. I mean, it's a little
a
more
kid.
family friendly. He's a kid, though. You can't.
Is that not insane?
You can't talk about a kid's cojones.
Is that not insane that that's a line
No.
in a children's movie?
But Marv is a sociopath, psychopath.
Marv doesn't say, wait, who was Joe Pesci's character? What's his name?
Oh, Harry.
Harry says it.
Harry's a bad guy, though. He's a villain.
I know, but for a kid's movie, for the line to be, "I'm going to cut off your balls and boil them in
Cojones.
motor oil."
No, it's tough. It is tough. But I do think that most 8-year-old boys, if they were like, "There's a robber trying to get into my house," they would love to concoct a way to torture them. They would make a torture house.
Maybe, but I will say this. If that movie happened in reality, he would be taken to psychiatric evaluation after this. Like
probably
serious psychiatric evaluation.
He probably would. I mean, it's a lot of violence.
He's not just defending his house. He's torturing them.
That's right.
He's torturing
almost
them.
luring them into the house.
And by the way, he could go to the cops. I know his phone line is off.
Phone line's off.
But he could tell that guy. He could, the guy he's talking to in the church, he could clearly go to the cops. He doesn't want to go to the cops because he wants to torture them.
But he also doesn't trust the cops because one of them was dressed as a cop in the beginning of the movie.
But I don't know if that's
It's instilled a deep distrust.
that's
of
a
law
good
enforcement.
point. But I don't know if they really developed that.
I assumed it.
I guess that's a point. But clearly, he knows not all cops. Just go to the guy he's talking to. Just say the criminals, but he doesn't want to.
And he
doesn't
want
want to
them.
bring in the cops.
Guys, I'm over here.
Yeah.
I'm over here, guys.
He's excited.
Right.
He's excited to torture them.
Right.
He is evil.
Right.
He is evil, and it's a dark, scary movie. And the message is, if someone's a criminal, they don't have real feelings. We should torture them. You know, all they want to do is steal stuff. He's the one who wants to inflict physical pain.
You're on the criminal side. I
don't support crime, but like
You seem like you support crime a little bit. You're like coming off very defund the policey.
I don't support crime, but I do know that like there are a hierarchy of immorality.
Right.
And like if someone breaks into a house and you find out the guy there had put like nails and lit them on fire, you'd be like, I think this is overdoing it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like I do think we have to break free from just like this conventional morality. Like obviously being a pedophile is bad. We can all agree on that.
Yeah, I can agree on that. Travis? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with
Okay.
But the catch a pedophile people are just as sociopathic. The people
As
who-
pedophiles?
Yes. The people who film
this
them.
is your take. This ain't my take.
The people who film them to get YouTube views
Right.
are
I
like
see where he's going.
they're
All
sociopaths.
right, jump on
and
board. Pat.
sociopaths.
Troy, you see where he's going?
Yeah, I'm steering clear.
Those
I understand what he's gonna say,
Those
though.
people are exploiting someone to get views. That's a sociopath, and they're like catching them and being like, "We're going to tell your wife. We're going to tell you." Those people are those are sociopaths who are exploiting our hatred towards pedophiles,
Right.
to get their own sociopathic behavior out under the guise.
This
is the worst promotion for my special ever. Come to my
It's
special
tough.
this Thursday. I promise I have none of this talk in
tough.
it.
That's not how I thought he was going.
What? But you don't think there's?
Well, I think there's like, you know, the classic Chris Hansons and everybody
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I believe are actually trying to do good. And then there's some, what?
That guy's not trying to do good.
Chris Hansen?
No one who's creates a TV show out of it is trying to do good. No one who like.
Good. I told you to get out of this.
Why does it have to be a TV show?
I mean, for ratings.
For ratings.
But
What?
it also
no one
it also educates the idea. It educates parents as to what their children may be doing online. No,
But there are some. I mean, we've watched them. Some of these like guerrilla style like
Those
YouTubers
people are
that
evil.
assault.
yeah, that are
Yeah.
like beating up like alleged pedophiles.
right?
And
Yeah,
that
no,
kind of feels more like you're doing it for yourself and not for the greater good.
I guess physical assault is the difference.
Well, that's where I thought he was going.
Well, he hates Chris Hansen.
Do we all love Chris Hansen?
Chris Hansen rules. I thought that was the thing. Troy, where you at with Chris Hansen?
I think Chris is cool.
I thought Chris was goated.
You can't like if you really.
I thought so.
The people who are doing good are the people that like the police who try to stop pedophiles, not the TV.
But then
star.
why are the police work with Chris Hansen?
Do they work with Chris Hansen?
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, they work with it. They were hiding in the garage waiting for Chris Hansen to finish his
Do
question.
they come out at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To Catch a Predator.
You should definitely watch what Chris Hansen's up to.
He says like, okay, you can leave, and then he leaves.
Yeah, and Jeff
And then the cops
Sokol.
are there?
Yeah.
Jeff Sokol is like, can I use the bathroom before I go? He goes, nah.
You don't think it's insane though to watch a show where you're just catching a?
I want them to get caught.
Yeah.
I want them to be caught too. I just don't think it needs to be for TV ratings.
Yeah. I mean, they got in my clicks a lot. A lot of clicks from me. You don't even know about Jeff Sokol?
What if I was
Mike, you know about Jeff Sokol, right?
Who's that?
Jeff Sokol?
Is he the guy?
He's a Catch a Predator icon. He
Oh,
got
really?
caught big time.
You know, if I was one of those guys,
Predator?
if I was one of those guys, I would when Chris Hansen would come out, I would go. No, I'm trying to fuck you, Chris Hansen. I'm really attracted to you. So
I knew you were gonna be
so I was actually trying to pretend to fuck a kid just because I really want to fuck you.
I would never do that. I'm here for you. Yeah, no, Jeff Sokol came in with pizza and ate the pizza while Chris Hansen was interviewing him, and the pizza looks delicious in it, which is part of the lore.
Yeah.
And so he's like, well, I brought this pizza. Can I eat? And Chris Hansen, who's a genius, he's in the moment enough to go, yeah, go enjoy yourself. Go ahead. Because he knows how insane this is going to look that this guy's eating pepperoni.
Why do they stay for it? The guy's like,
Because Chris goes, no, you have to sit down. And they go, okay.
that's where then they say okay.
They go like this.
You think the minute they see him, they'd run.
They go like this. Can I leave? And Chris Hansen goes, in a minute. And they go, all right.
That's strange.
They go, who are you? And he goes, before I tell you that, let me ask you some questions. And they go, all right.
It is funny. Like it is like Punk'd, but for like pedophiles.
Yeah, very similarly.
I guess Punk probably came out after, maybe.
I don't know, but I don't think Punk had the moral high ground that Catch a Predator does. Like Punk wasn't like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do these. We're gonna. Take
I don't
them
think
out
Catch a
of-
Predator has moral high ground. I think doing stuff for TV ratings like that does not have moral high ground.
But it does bust them. They go to.
You could
jail.
do that without it being a TV show. You know that, right?
No.
You know that you could do all that.
I don't see any
without
evidence
it
of
being
it.
entertainment.
You don't find entertainment in Catch a Predator.
I think it's a little sick, isn't it?
He didn't even know the cops were involved.
He never even heard of Jeff Sokol. Mike, you ever met anybody that didn't know who Jeff Sokol was?
No, not in my immediate circle.
Not only, let me tell you about something about Mike Montone. Not only does he watch all these, he also subscribed to the podcast that Chris Hansen used to do, where he would podcast giving.
Predators I've caught.
Oh, they would go on?
No, he would just talk about them.
Has he had any legal trouble, Chris Hansen? I bet he's a con man.
Well,
I bet he is. This is the worst promotion for my taping. Everyone's
is.
on here. It's like, you fucking piece of shit.
yeah, I think everybody.
I think fucking
hates you.
kids is evil, but like also making a TV show out of it is not great.
Here's the thing: you saying that's evil, but is always gonna like go. What the
Well,
fuck
but
are you
other
talking?
things are also evil.
What are you talking about, man? That's what people. When you go this, but everybody goes like, "What
Well,
the
I'm not
fuck are you doing, man?"
I'm not saying,
You
but
can
it
put
feels really good. I'm saying, I'm saying, but other things are also evil.
But it just.
And I'm not saying, but I understand.
But it just. Sometimes you could just put a period at the end of the sentence.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And that will satiate.
But the guy on YouTube beating the shit out of a pedophile to get clicks, that guy's a sociopath.
But then you threw Chris Hansen in with him.
I'm
Chris
throwing him
Hansen's
in.
not assaulting anybody.
But it's still.
Chris Hansen didn't put tar on the steps. Chris Hansen's not throwing paint buckets at anybody.
He's letting him eat.
He's letting him have a slice.
You think he's just being altruistic? You think he's just a hero?
He's making a couple bucks.
He's like
we all got to make a living.
It's like Batman, but if Batman just had it always on TV when he beat up the criminals, would you think Batman was a hero if every time he
the
beat up
Batman
someone
show?
it was on a show, Joker comes in and Batman just pops up? What are you doing here? You know? Would you really see Batman as a hero if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did that as a TV show?
I watched the TV show.
but that wasn't it wasn't them filming it. It was.
They were best friends with the news anchor.
I bet. Has Chris Hansen had any con shit?
I mean, he has.
Of course.
Yeah.
What is? Help my argument here, because he's a con.
I don't
man.
wanna
Why
help
are you
your
trying to
No, help
besmirch
my
the
argument.
character of Chris Hansen?
Because he's a con man, and I
Why
refuse.
would you say
I
that?
refuse con men hiding behind the the fake moral high ground.
Well, I think
He had some bad checks.
big deal.
Yeah,
He's
we
a
all have
charlatan.
financial issues.
Big
sometimes.
deal. Bad checks.
I
I write bad checks all the time. You can do that, right? You can just say things like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think of
Make
when
restitution.
when you judge
Restitution.
people, think about how if a friend had that idea. Like if your friend came to you like, I got an idea for a show I'm going to start,
Right.
where I just catch pedophiles and trick them, you'd be like, what's wrong with you?
No, I go
I
like,
don't think he ever had any issues with that specifically. because-
Fucking kids?
No, he didn't
definitely
do
did
that.
not
He
do
did
that.
not
Well,
do that.
I'm not saying he fucked kids, but I'm saying he's definitely had some bad checks.
yeah,
He
but
did have
you-
bad checks, but the case was dismissed.
But the case was dismissed.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're to be like, well, you may be busting pedophiles, but you were once accused of writing bad checks. Like there's no reason.
I'm just saying there's a con man mentality there, you know?
Right. But because I would say if you want
I'm
to,
surprised he's not on Trump's one of head of TSA or whatever.
you think he's Hegseth? I think that the problem with extending that statement is that if that's the road you go down, somebody's going to be like, yeah, but Renan, you once did XYZ.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like you can't. The
XYZ
level,
was an 8-year-old.
the level of moral high ground we get to at a point
It's a good
means
point.
that none of us can
It's
exist.
a good point. It's a good point. When you throw that, people find skeletons in your closet. That's
Right.
true.
Sure, we did some fucked up shit, Renan.
But then, how can you ever call out anything that you find to be immoral?
You can, but your scale, I think, is too sliding.
Too sliding.
Too sliding.
Right.
Right.
Can
right.
you be against Trump?
You could definitely be against Trump if you want.
Right, but
There are a lot of people. A lot of people hate that guy.
Right. But you have to make sure you've not done anything problematic to call out people.
No, but if you're going, well, you can't, because you're saying you can't bust this guy because you have this problem. And then because you're saying you calling out that guy on television is an issue because you've got that, then that guy can say, well, you can't call me out because you've got that.
But isn't he also that? He's calling out pedophiles when what's his, conscience so clean?
Well, he just wrote some bad checks, maybe, and the case was dismissed.
And that was 10 years after the show.
Come on.
I guarantee
He did the
you.
show first.
I guarantee you bad checks to a child prostitute. That's what I
I don't
guarantee
think it
you.
was.
Guarantee you.
I don't think it was. One of the best Catch a Predator shows was when he caught a guy that he knew from the train.
Oh, he knew him?
He knew him from the train.
The guy was like, hey, I know you. We went to school together.
No, he was like, yeah, we take the train.
Really?
Because back in the day, you would have like people who commuted to work. Like it was a whole thing. You'd have train buddies.
Oh,
Because
really?
you took the same train every day. Because people, and this is going to blow your mind. This is going to blow a lot of people's mind. People used to commute into work 5 days a week, and
Right,
that was
from,
a crazy
the
time.
suburbs, yeah.
But yeah. So when my
now
dad
they
would,
can barely get to their kitchen. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. They have Zoom buddies.
Yeah.
But my dad would ride the same train every single day, going to work, every single day coming home from work, 5 days a week. So you'd meet the same people on the train. You'd all sit in the same seats. You'd all have the same whatever.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
I
It
forgot
was
that there used to be a sense of community.
a
in
sense
life.
of community.
Yeah.
And so he busted this one guy.
The guy's
And-
like, I know you from the D train, right?
But I think Chris was like, I take the Metro North with that guy.
Were they on the train right before that episode?
No.
Were they going together? Oh, wow, we're going to the same place.
I'll see you later.
We're going to the same spot. Why are you going? I'd
You're
rather
ever
not say.
walking with Chris Hansen to the same place? You should probably get out of there.
They both lied to each other about why they were going.
Now, does Chris Hansen create a fake kid? Like,
Well, Chris doesn't do it himself, but there are like watchdog groups that have been around forever. That either it's law enforcement or even before there was law enforcement, there were groups like Perverted Justice or whatever that would pretend, that they would act as kids and they would lure people in. And in the very, very early days of it, it was just like, we're going to expose them. They didn't even have, like, this was like 20 years ago or something. It was just this group online that would then just post the chats online. So it would be like, we can't get you arrested because of whatever the laws are. It's 20 years ago. But, like, we're going to put your info out there so people at least know.
and do the people in the show get arrested?
The people who get busted get arrested. And then I think the first few episodes they weren't. And then they changed it
then
so
those
that they
guys
would
kept on
cooperate
fucking
with
kids.
law enforcement. Right. And then, I mean, but because there is something to, like, putting a spotlight on it and being like, well, if everybody knows to watch out for you now, maybe it'll be more difficult for you to act in the shadows. But real quick, they started getting law enforcement involved in all these shows so that people get arrested. Like, there's this one,
I guess I'm like just against televising legal things. I don't like to.
you don't like People's Court?
No.
Marilyn Milian? Judge Marilyn Milian?
Those I don't care as much about, or Judge Judy, where she's just yelling at.
Yeah, that's great.
Just an old Jewish lady yelling at black people.
Right. Yeah.
That is what that show is. It should just be called Old Jew Yells at Black People.
But you don't like, maybe you don't like seeing people at their weakest being shown?
I don't like using that for entertainment. Yeah. You know?
OJ trial?
OJ trial ruled.
Well, that's different. That's like an important news story.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's
right.
different. Yeah.
Well, was it important enough that we needed to watch every minute
Probably
of the trial?
not.
Yeah.
It was funny when they tried to create a show, and I'm like, but we have it all on film.
I love that show.
You love that show?
Love that
but
show.
let me ask you, do you like it more than the documentary on the 30 for 30?
The guys make fun of me because I've seen both the 30 for 30 and the show many times. Like,
I mean, the 30 for 30 is probably one of the best,
The
top
best.
5 greatest documentaries of all time.
It's so good. I've watched the whole 5.
It's better
like,
than the show. The show's not bad, even though I hate Ryan Murphy and hate almost.
why do you hate
everything.
Ryan Murphy?
Because I hate this fucking, like, I hate his weird way where everyone has to have the exact hairstyle they had in real life, as if they didn't have the exact pompadour, you'd be like, that's not how he wore it.
That's horseshit. This is a television show. That's not real life.
It's so literal. Like in the Jeffrey Dahmer show, which I did think was exploitative, they have Richard Jenkins as
Exploitative?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have Richard Jenkins as the father, and he's in some, like, Death Becomes Her old makeup, as if he's hidden in it, like grotesque.
Right.
As if he was just Richard Jenkins. People would be like, that's not what Lionel Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer's father. I mean, I do happen to know what his father looks like but like most people, it's just that literal kind of casting where what's his name, like the fucking John Travolta fucking pompadour he has, and
by the way, I've always thought about it, and they didn't even include this in the Jeffrey Dahmer show, but that kid that ended up escaping and then the cops brought him
Yeah.
back and then Dahmer killed him, the kid had written a bad check 2 weeks before, so it wasn't even...
they should catch a predator with Jeffrey Dahmer.
That would have been good. That would have been good.
I just hate his style. I like.
Did you like the Menendez show?
No, I don't like his. The one thing I liked of his was the mainly because I didn't really know the story, so it's kind of exciting. The one thing I really liked of his was the second season, the one on what's the fashion designer who gets killed.
Gianni Versace.
I thought that was great.
It was really good.
I thought the main guy was great.
Yeah.
There's a great part where Amy Mann's playing a song, and
You love Amy Mann?
I love Amy Mann.
I love Amy Mann too.
Really?
Love Amy Mann.
She's doing a great cover of the Smiths at this bar. Do you remember that part?
Yeah, of course I do.
I find that part so moving.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
He does have some good songs.
They go, what do you mean you like Amy Mann?
Why would you not like Amy Mann?
Amy Mann's incredible.
She's incredible.
I prefer more people who catch predators.
It's not one or the other, by the way.
Oh, it's not.
No, a lot of times I'm listening to Amy Mann, watching Chris Hansen, like I'm in paradise.
Oh, Amy Mann's the best.
You like Magnolia?
Of course. Yeah, I love Magnolia.
Come on.
Love Magnolia. I love all her music.
Yeah.
Ghost World, the song Ghost World
Yes.
is one of the greatest songs ever.
Yes.
Yeah, no, she's incredible.
But so you like the Versace show?
I like that show a lot. I mean, I didn't know the story. As
Did you ever see his Feud show?
Feud? What show? Whose show?
It's
Ryan
called
Murphy?
Feud. Yeah, Ryan Murphy show.
No.
Feud. Yeah, so he did 2 seasons. One, the most recent one, which I fell off. I didn't watch it all. It was about Truman Capote and the girls that he hung out with, like the ladies, whatever. But the first season was amazing. It was Betty Davis and what's that other old actress?
Oh, Joan Crawford?
Yep. Betty Davis
so
and Joan
like
Crawford.
Each season's like a feud between.
Yes, but it was. I mean, that's a story I didn't know much about, and like
It's fun if you don't know the story.
That's right, and I didn't think I was going to be into it, and I started watching it, and it's one of my favorite series.
No, it's fun if you know the story. I also just don't like his directing style. I don't like the in your face kind of style. You know what I mean? I like the Dahmer show I tried to watch, and like in one of the first murders, it's so much slow motion and music, and I'm like, stuff is way more disturbing when you do it in a more like objective way.
Yeah, it's very stylized.
So in your face. It's like camp, but not like authentic camp. It's like commercial soulless camp.
Interesting.
Yeah, aesthetically, I cannot stand him.
Interesting, because I like him, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's not like camp in a like an authentic like way.
There is a
like,
feigned campiness.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
feigned. It's fake. It's commercial. It's soulless. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a camp that is designed so that like mainstream can get on board.
It's also
That's fair.
I mean, not to sound. I feel like I'm such a moral, uptight person.
Stick
here.
in the mud. That's what you are.
But the Jeffrey Dahmer show annoyed me because they obviously just want to do a show about Jeffrey Dahmer because it's
Right.
interesting,
But because they'd
had to-
only done 7 before,
Yeah.
so they needed to do
But they
another
had
one.
to pretend they needed to make a moral statement to hide behind the fact that they're just exploiting this crazy guy's life. So they pretended it was about race and shit. And it's like, you're just doing that to like kind of have some justification for showing this fucked up shit.
Right.
And that's hypocritical. You know what I mean?
Well, so how about this idea that the Menendez brothers are going to get out of jail, and I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't have gotten out of jail had that show not come out.
It's true. I mean,
Because that is one of those things that just like people get interested
Of
again.
course, yeah.
You know what I mean? And it moves the rock up the hill.
I wonder if they kill more people. That would be
That'd be sick, dude.
They kill
And
other
they were
people's
like, "You guys
parents."
are idiots. Like you guys are morons."
But the whole they're trying to make it look like with the Dahmer show, they're like, not only was he a cannibal, but he was also racist. It's like now, like it's like they're trying to cancel Jeffrey Dahmer for racism,
Right.
But it's like, first of all, I get that they want to make the claim that like he was like only went after like minorities because the cops didn't care, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think that's what he was attracted to.
I think that's
so. If
probably
anything,
right.
he's really into interracial
So you're saying it's
dating.
woke.
It's just for his dating. It's murder.
So you're saying like you're coming out
Most serial-
anti Chris Hansen, kind of
Jeff-
a little pro Dahmer.
Most serial killers kill within their race. Jeffrey Dahmer was like the Martin Luther King of serial killers.
That's
he didn't
right.
care if you were black,
He didn't
you were
see it.
Asian, and they're calling him racist. He wasn't racist. He would
Right.
he was uniting race. He would try anything.
It's about time somebody said this stuff. You know,
Who's correcting me? Who was that? Hello? Stop. Break the tape. We broke off the air, didn't we?
We will be right back
We're live?
with Sam Roberts Show.
You guys have got to be kidding me.
I want to say it on the record right now. When I am dead and in the ground, don't fucking AI me. Okay? Don't AI me. I'm done. You've gotten all I have to give at that point. Once I'm dead, I've given all there is for me to give. I understand there's plenty of my voice out there. There's plenty of my face out there, unfortunately for some, that like you could AI me to the moon. Don't do it.
What if Triple H wants you to like host WrestleMania 89?
I think that's in the contract. I think he can.
You better put in some clauses.
Yeah. I think I've already signed my AI life rights away. I don't know, but I don't want it. I don't want it because I've seen that episode. There's so, I mean, I can't tell you how often I read these news articles and I go, I've seen this episode. Don't do it. Apple comes out, he's like, look at our new headset, look at our new goggles. You can raise your kids with goggles on and they'll see a mirror image of your eyes, but not your real eyes. I go, I've seen this episode. Don't do it. So there's this terribly sad story where was it, in Arizona, I think? Right? Is that right, Mike? I saw you nodding.
Yeah.
I think it's in Arizona. And this veteran is the victim of a road rage incident and ends up getting shot and killed by this dude. And the trial has been going on for a while. And it's, he's up on manslaughter charges. And they go, well, what we need to do, and they've been collecting evidence, and I feel for the family, right? I feel deeply for the family that has to work so hard just to get justice for this terrible thing that's happened. But then they decided, and this feels very slippery slope to me. Like frozen over 90-degree angle slippery slope. Like you are falling fast. They had this veteran, they AI'd him so that he could give his own victim statement, even though he's passed on. So it's an AI image of him, and it's like, and it's such a confusing thing because I guess his his niece and nephew or whoever it was.
I think it was his sister that wrote the script.
No, the kid,
Oh, okay.
the sister's kids were like, "Oh, I'm so glad I got to see our uncle again." And it's like, you didn't, dude. Like, this is what people really need to wrap their heads around. Everything in life is built to be temporary. This is not supposed to be a forever thing.
Not McDonald's cheeseburgers.
McDonald's cheeseburgers are built to be a forever thing. But everything else, and that's why, by the way, they're so, I don't know about those. Go ahead.
Walmart ice cream sandwiches.
Ooh, do those stay forever?
You can nuke them. They're fine.
They don't melt.
They don't melt at all. It's like a Willy Wonka thing.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. There's videos all over.
Okay.
Microwave a Walmart ice cream sandwich.
I'm on it.
Yeah, you're good to go. It'll still have a chill to it. They don't lose their form. No, but like human existence is meant to be finite. We are meant to be here and gone. And sometimes it's extremely unfair. We don't get nearly the amount of time that we should get. We don't get nearly the amount of time that we thought we were going to get. It gives our loved ones this incredible sense of loss that, of course, nobody wants to feel. But you're supposed to feel it. You have to feel it. It is, I believe, yes, it's part of life. That's the whole thing. That's why we enjoy life as much as we're supposed to enjoy it, because it's going to go away. That's why you enjoy the people that are in your life as much as you're supposed to enjoy them, because they're going to go away. It's all going to be done. Okay? And now they're going like, well, what if it wasn't? No, what are you talking about? This was created in a certain way, right? There's a rhythm to all this. But wouldn't it be nice if? Yes, I saw the episode. It was terrible. This is so close to being like, well, we can get you video messages. We get them for the court. We could also get them,
Yeah, you can just keep talking to your
for your
loved ones
iPad.
forever.
Send us the emails. Send us all his emails. You mean like the episode of Black Mirror?
I've seen the episode.
I saw it. And this is when you upgrade to the mannequin that looks like him too, and you got to keep him in the basement. He's kind of annoying, and you're over it, and you're ready to move on now. But he's just hanging in your basement all the time. Wasn't he the kid from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got Ron Weasley upstairs. I can't get rid of him.
I mean, that's a bummer for anyone.
Yeah, I've moved on. And Ron Weasley is just hanging up upstairs. I mean, it's.
I've seen this.
Don't you think we're heading into like really strange, like when you say like end times, like don't you think we're kind of walking into that where it's just things are going to get so bizarre?
Yes.
With being connected to computers and AI, and you take your essence and put it into a computer and then you live forever, and like don't you think this isn't what humanity is, the plan for humanity?
I think that we are hitting a crossroad for sure. I think we're getting to this point where like we're going to have the choice of either you guys got it, it's time for the robots, or humans going like, let's try to hang on to whatever's left
know
of
what we're
humanity.
choosing.
I know we're choosing.
We already chose it.
I mean,
You got this guy over here saying, I love AI. And then he's like, don't you think this is wrong?
I mean,
but see, I don't care. Like it does. Again, like I don't have children, so it doesn't affect me the way it does you guys.
well, I mean, what about us? We're your friends.
Well, I love
You're going,
you guys.
no, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because you're going fuck it.
I go.
Fuck those guys' kids. That's what you're saying.
No.
You're saying fuck them kids.
No.
Fuck them kids.
I'm not saying fuck the kids. I'm not saying fuck them kids.
Whoa. Relax.
I'm not saying anything.
You're saying forget the kids is what you're saying.
I'm saying
You're saying Wu-Tang is for the children, not Troy.
Trick love the kids.
And that's right. Trick do love the kids, not Troy.
No.
He's like, no. Because it's like
He turned that song off.
either I can try to push towards a more human existence for the next generation, or I can get cartoon pictures of my cat.
exactly.
And that's why we've already made the decision.
That's why they got me. They got me by the balls.
Like, Troy, I want you to know something.
Yeah.
I know I've been very pro-AI on the show.
Yes.
And I will continue to be pro-AI. But something that may have been lost on you, and I don't know if the listeners are more you or Travis, because I don't think it was lost on Travis. Mm-hmm. I'm generally being sarcastic.
What?
Yeah. And I usually don't admit that. But generally speaking, I was being sarcastic.
You didn't like when I came up with the toy Sam? What about the other? I made you into a bored ape.
That was cool.
That was cool.
And why am I going to tell you this isn't cool? Yeah, it is cool, but also there's a part of me that's going like, ugh. You know what I mean? Oh boy.
Well, it's here. It's like, I could turn you into a bored ape, and it's like, no, if you turn me into a bored ape, you're going to further along AI. It's like that. It's here.
Right.
So I might as well just have some fun and be like, hey, Sam, do you want to know what you look like as a bored ape?
And at the end of the day, forget them kids. Because I got bored apes.
I mean, you're not going to stop it, dude. You're not going to stop technology. People want to push it. They want to create artificial life really bad.
Well, because it's all, given to us on this platform of like, no, this is good.
And
it's good.
This is going to help us.
It'll help us.
It's going to make your life easier.
Short term.
5 years later, you look back, or 10 years later, you look back and you're like, oh,
we shouldn't have done that.
That was a bad idea. That step one, I didn't realize that was step one.
But that means everybody right now would have to slam on the brakes and be like, we are not.
Yeah, it's not happening. I see all those Boston Dynamic videos. It's not happening.
Elon's out here going, you know what's great about the next incarnation of Grok? And I'm like, Grok? He's like, the next incarnation of Grok will be able to answer questions and not even draw from the internet. I'm like, thanks, Elon. Just what I was looking for. That's what I wanted.
So yeah, you're not going to stop it. So you have to just accept, like, this is where it's going.
That's so passive.
It's so passive.
And also, like, Travis, you stop it.
And also, like,
I just don't use it.
How's the biggest, like, conspiracy guy, don't believe everything they tell you guy going, well, you're not going to stop it, so you just have to accept it. But they are hunting us for our organs.
I mean, you don't have to be right about everything.
People are complex, you're saying.
Yeah, people are complex. Troy, you, me, we've never been 100% right.
No.
Yeah. Troy, for the first 30 minutes of this show, dead on balls accurate.
Yeah,
because of him and Wheezy, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you were spitting a lot of truth yourself.
I appreciate you.
Okay. But you're saying now Troy's going off the beaten path? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
this is horrible. When I saw this morning,
I just even looking at the photo, it bothers me.
Yeah, that guy is not able to be in that room that he's in right now. Let's listen to a little bit of it.
Just to be clear for everyone seeing this, I am a version of Chris Pelkey recreated through AI that
already
uses
hit
my
pause.
picture and my voice profile.
Thank you, Mike. The phrasing of it. I'm a version of, you are not a version of, you are a facsimile, you are fake, you are an animation. Like, if a cartoon was like, yeah, no, I'm a version of Travis, it'd be like, no, you're not. Somebody drew you. You're not a version of Travis. You're not a version of Chris.
Well, I guess a digital version.
You're not a version. Once you start saying versions, it's like, well, it's not him, but it's kind of him. It's a version of him.
It's an image of him.
It's a picture. If I show you a picture of Troy, you're like, oh, look, another Troy?
Well,
what are you, an idiot?
It's a digital image of Troy.
Imagine if I was like, look, Troy, this is another you. You'd be like, oh, how'd I get in your phone?
Like,
do I move?
what's he doing?
Yeah. If I take a video of you, I wouldn't go, I would say, look, Troy, I have a video of you. Not, look, Troy, this is a video version of you.
Well, you could phrase it that way.
And no, you would. If I said there's a video version of you, you'd be like, what are you talking about?
You could say this is a digital image of you.
You wouldn't say it's a digital version of you.
I mean, you're.
I'm not.
No.
It's very.
That's not a version of anybody. That thing does not have like autonomy. It can't do things.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
It's not a tomato. It's language that is being used to make people comfortable with the fact that this is, you thought he was dead, but there's a different version of him, and then the family can be like, oh, we still have this version of him. No, you don't, dude.
But language switches all the time. So it's just, this is the new thing to say.
No, it's not. It means the same thing.
Says who?
Everyone. Literally everyone. Nobody is saying, oh, they just changed what the word version means. Nobody's saying that. And even they're like, no, we meant that this is a different version. This is a new version of him. You get Chris 2.0. That's bad.
Okay.
So bad.
Troy's not worried about it because nobody's going to be interested in Troy Kwan 2.0.
I'd be shocked if there was.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I got this AI version of me. It's just going to sit there.
Oh, please. If I outlive Troy, I'm going to make AI Troy do fucked up shit.
Oh, yeah. He's going to say,
look at this version of Troy.
What? Oh, yeah. You know what? He's going to be a
butt stuff.
No. I'm going to torture AI Troy. I'm going to make him go like, all I'm trying to do is what the government wants me to do. He's going to have an I Heart Fauci shirt on. It's going to be
This version of Troy is wild.
Yeah,
That's this version.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be masked up. He's going to be like, he's going to have a Newsom sticker.
Newsom for prez?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He's going to have one of those cat hats on. Oh, yeah. It's going to get rough for AI Troy. You're going to be happy you're dead.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
I'm going to ruin what's left of the memory through AI. And then I'm going to go like this. No. He would want it this way. He said, we can't change it, so you might as well do it. He'd be happy.
I'd be fuming.
Well, guess what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and you deserve it. I'm going to cut your beard off, too, on the AI version.
What?
Yep.
Hey, you can't stop it.
You can't stop it, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
All right, let's hear a little more.
I was able to be digitally regenerated to share with you today.
Okay, again,
But here is
digitally
insight into who I
regenerated.
actually-
That's language that is being used to convince people that you're being reborn.
You haven't been regenerated.
No regenerated.
This is just a digital image.
It's a really good cartoon.
Yeah.
It's a very good Pixar. It's like if
This is insane.
if Tim Allen was like, luckily, I'm an astronaut. And they're like, you mean there's a picture of an astronaut that you're doing the voice for? No. I'm an astronaut. My name's Buzz. Go ahead.
really was in real life. Take a look.
All right, I'm Chris Pelkey. I served
And then he
with
goes
the United
back.
States
And then there's
Army.
Yeah, he goes back and he shows clips of who he was. Which, by the way, I mean, I do like the idea of showing clips of who this guy was so people can understand, like, this was a guy who loved his family. This was a guy a terrible thing happened to. All for it. But the idea of, hey, good news, there's a new version of me, is terrible. Go to the news story of it, because the news story I felt like gave me a full-fledged... You can start from the beginning, honestly. Because I was watching the whole thing. If you go back to the beginning, it gives like kind of a full-fledged version, where I also feel like the news doesn't know whether to cover this as a good thing or a bad thing.
No.
Because like it's being used for a good cause.
I guess.
And they're kind of Troy-ish in the sense that like they don't want to
Is it being used for a good cause? Like, did this really matter?
The judge said it did.
Well, the judge is an idiot.
Well,
I mean, just look at the facts of the case.
Well, the problem is it resulted in something good. It resulted in this guy who did the manslaughter. He did a manslaughter. Going to jail.
But he was going to go to jail either way. He was already found guilty.
He went for a longer period of time.
Maybe. Do we know that? Do we know that the judge decided to give him that extra year or whatever?
He said he loved it.
He did.
He said mainly it was because of that.
Yeah, I think it was the Honorable Judge Kwan.
That was fucking awesome.
That was great.
I love that.
100 years.
We're not going to stop it, so we might as well enjoy it. Let's listen to this.
Chris Pelkey was shot and killed in a road rage incident. This happened in the fall of 2021. The shooter was just sentenced this month. But ahead of that sentencing, an AI-generated version of Chris Pelkey gave a victim statement, who forgave the shooter.
Stacey Wales has plenty to remember her little brother by.
This is his dress uniform.
But she'd trade it all
to have Chris Pelkey back.
Trying to make this come to life and to lift him off the page in the best way that we could that's available to us now.
Pelkey survived multiple overseas
it's so
tours
tough
in the
because
military.
I feel for her. I feel for the sister. Like, I get where she's coming from. She's dealing with tremendous grief. It's a terrible thing to happen to anybody. So I'm not even sitting there casting blame on her. And when you're feeling that kind of grief and also looking for justice for your family, you're going to stop at nothing to get justice. All I'm saying is take out the emotion and go, like, look at what's happening. It's bad. It's not good. I've seen this episode.
And how do we know that he would forgive the guy?
We don't.
We don't know.
We don't.
You're putting words in a dead man's mouth.
That's exactly
Oh,
right.
no, he would have done. Would he? How do you know?
How do you know?
Yeah.
Right.
He was never shot before.
Yeah.
I mean,
that guy was a prick, and he shot me.
Can you imagine?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, Troy, the stuff you and I would make AI Travis say
Why
for
are you
everybody?
bringing it about me?
We just destroy his memory. It would be terrible for his family.
It would be bad.
Like his family would come to us and be like, "Why are you doing this?" That's the memory of the patriarch of our family. Why would you do this? And we go, "We can't. It's too funny. We can't help
We
it."
can't help ourselves. It's so funny.
Grown up Riley is like, Sam, listen, I know you think this is funny.
It's my father.
That's my dad.
He raised me. He was a great dad. I go,
You'd be
no,
like, yeah,
he
but
said in the
that's
tape he's a bad dad. I was a terrible father.
I was an alcoholic. I was abusive.
He wasn't like that. He didn't do any of that. That was like a joke on the show, and now AI Travis is saying this and all the humor's lost. I go, no. Troy and I laughed a lot.
Let everybody know I was in the closet the whole time.
Yeah, like, you can't do that. You can't. I got to get my living will updated now.
Oh, yeah. And you need
Now.
to put it on video, too. Like, this is me, Sam Roberts, saying this.
You know why I'm not putting it on video? They'll AI it.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah. They'll
fuck
take
you
that
that
video.
way.
They'll fuck us that way. No way, dude. No way. We're screwed. What can we do? Nothing.
Now you sound like Troy.
Yeah,
Well,
you can't stop it.
just buckle up. Buckle up. Hope you like that episode because we're doing it.
Yeah, here we are.
Ron Weasley's going in the attic. Go ahead, Mike.
Back home in November of 2021, he was leaving a church softball game when he was killed in a road rage shooting at Germain and Gilbert Roads in Chandler. His family endured a grueling legal process, 2 trials over 3.5 years. Last week, Gabriel Horcasitas was convicted of manslaughter. Before sentencing, 49 victim statements were shared. Stacy spent 2 years working on hers.
All I kept coming back to was, what would Chris say?
As a tech-forward family, Stacy and her husband Tim worked regularly with artificial intelligence. So Stacy suggested letting AI generate a victim statement directly from the victim through modern tech beyond the grave.
It became so real that I broke down in tears.
Tim prompted AI with old video, audio, and a good photo of their brother. It took a few days. Their victim rights attorney, Jessica Gattuso, was reluctant at first. Is this even legal?
Our law in Arizona says that victims can give their victim impact statement they have the discretion to choose how they give their victim impact statement. And this is how they chose to do so. So yes, it's absolutely legal.
Here's Chris in a real recording before his death.
Just like Jesus says, love God and love people.
And here's the AI version forgiving the shooter, scripted by Stacy.
It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
I love that AI.
What?
Thank you.
That's the judge.
The state asked for 9.5 years. The judge gave 10.5 for manslaughter.
Pause,
we
Mike.
asked the Arizona.
The judge said, I love that AI. That was the
love that
judge who
AI.
said, I love that AI. That really was. That sounded like you, dude.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That was very cool. What else could you do?
The mouth moves with the words. That's crazy.
Can you make me into a bored ape?
I have this cat.
We're going to take a 15-minute recess.
Oh,
I have to download ChatGPT.
That judge is going to be in his court. We're not going to get anything done in Arizona because the judge is just figuring out prompts in his quarters. Judge, you got to get back on the bench. No. I'm in my quarters figuring out prompts.
Hunky judge.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Look what it did to my cat.
My cat is wearing a judge's robe.
I love that AI.
I love this. I love that AI. And he did. He gave him another year. The state asked for 9.5 years from this guy who did the manslaughter. And they gave him 10.5 years.
One for AI.
Well, I mean, the judge said I love that AI, and then they said they gave him 10.5 years. So if I put all the pieces together, it sounds like it was mainly from the AI. But that, I mean,
49 victim statements, and you still got to do that? 49. And the sister worked 2.5 years on hers.
I feel for the sister, man.
Yeah, of course. But then they're like,
But
you know what, that might not be enough.
You can't tell me Jesus would be like, oh, well, what would be great is if we could have them do AI after they're dead.
No.
Like, that's not...
I don't think Jesus cares about that.
What are you talking about?
He cares about AI?
Jesus? Why wouldn't he?
You're playing God. You're literally playing God.
Well, he doesn't. That the victim made us. They made a statement for the victim.
You're creating life after it's gone.
Well, what he said he forgave him. Jesus forgives.
He didn't
It's not
say
like-
that.
it's not like he
Wait.
went
Okay.
Jesus forgives. That guy maybe not.
And by the way, he didn't say that.
Yeah, no, he
Well,
didn't say
He
that.
said it in before.
No, he didn't. That was a script that his sister wrote.
No.
Oh, he's talking about the video, though.
The video before. He said he was a Christian,
Which
and
he did.
and Jesus would forgive.
Yeah, but then he said he forgave the shooter, and he didn't say that.
Yeah, he did not say that he forgave the shooter.
I think if you could ask the guy in his beliefs, he probably would say.
Oh, you think that? Oh, perfect then. Let's go to print with it.
All right, you got it right.
I mean, you don't know. Things change. Opinions change.
Yeah, I forgive everybody except that asshole
Yeah,
who shot me.
Until it happens
Fuck
to
him.
me and he murders me.
Bro, I forgive and forget a lot. I don't hold grudges at all. If somebody shot me, I'd be furious.
Yeah.
Furious.
Super pissed.
And I
It'll
want
ruin
you
my
to
day.
look at me in the eyes. I don't know what you're planning. If I'm just going to say somebody, even if they're my friend, if I'll just say somebody, Travis, put this on the record,
I'm listening.
bearded or not,
I don't know why you got to say that.
shoots me,
Oh, who's going to shoot you?
I'm going to be pissed. Don't think I'll forgive. Okay? Don't go like, yeah, I'm going to shoot him because eventually he'll forgive me. I won't.
What if you're out hunting with Stone Cold and he accidentally mistakes you for an antelope?
There you go. See,
These are things that happen. These
That's-
are
that's-
that's a
that-
total
mistakes are
accident.
mistakes.
Mistakes are mistakes. I would go hunting with him again if he would like to.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah,
Oh, he killed. Well,
yeah, he killed you.
honestly,
And he goes, God damn.
I'm racking my brain.
Killed Sam.
I should have killed Sam.
I am racking my brain for a better way to go, and I can't figure one out. I cannot.
I mean, if your last memories are hunting with Stone Cold, there's worse ways.
We're both wearing bright orange like Bobby Bacala. Yeah. I can't think. I'm racking my brain for a way I'd rather go.
You're out there on a boat, and he's like chugging beers and like slamming them together on a boat, on a fishing boat.
Yeah, he would, and we just keep playing his music because he's like, no, he's like, normally I wouldn't, but with you, I like it.
Yeah. And then he's swinging the gun around. You're like, no, Stone Cold.
Oh, it's like
But I'm kind of laughing too because it's kind of cool.
it's like how Cliff Booth killed his wife in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're on the record that if that happens,
You can AI me saying
we
Stone
can
Cold still
AI
rules.
at Stone Cold's trial.
Yeah, it'll be the opposite of this. I'll be the defense. Your Honor, the victim would like to speak.
And he actually recorded this before he died.
Yeah. The victim would like to speak. On behalf of the defendant. You mean on behalf of the state? No. No, the defendant. Why did you AI him in a Stone Cold vest? That was based on a picture of him wearing a Stone Cold vest.
Yeah.
He liked his Stone Cold vest.
He loved it. He actually wore it multiple times.
Yeah, exactly. There were sweat stains on it.
All right, so outside of that scenario, though, do not AI Sam.
Okay.
But if you guys ever, after I was passed, if you guys ever came on here and go, oh, Sam wouldn't forgive Stone Cold, you'd know you were lying.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like,
Yeah, of course.
I don't think you guys would ever do that to me.
Never. We wouldn't know. We know
Thank
better.
you. Thank you.
Plus, he would have a lot of public support.
Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he killed you,
and honestly,
there would be a lot of public support.
even if I was like a vegetable, like somehow survived.
Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, I would probably be on the pro Stone Cold side of it too. Like, no, I get it. And plus, he's like a real one too. He was actually out hunting and everything.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's not just a gimmick.
You think Stone Cold would go full Luigi?
No, I mean, he
Like
would
the
have the
the
public
response to
support.
him.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think so. I think you're right.
I think there's a few people in this world that would get the Luigi support. And Stone
Austin's
Cold's
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's finish up this news story.
The Supreme Court about the general use of AI in courtrooms. Justice Ann Scott Timmer said AI has great potential, but also risks if misused. For the Pelkey family,
I'm glad they really took a
found
stance on
justice
that
That's
one.
all
and a
anybody's
measure
saying.
of peace, especially after one of Stacy's children reacted to seeing Uncle Chris one more time.
Mom and Dad, thank you so much for making that. I needed to hear from Uncle Chris one last time.
But you didn't hear from him.
And that meant so much. Thank you. And that is not what this was intended to do, but the result of having it be a healing piece for anybody.
I just thought
Go ahead.
Remember the Nathan For You sketch when he had the dead dogs talk to the kids with a poorly animated mouth? I'm in heaven now. I'm dead.
Like, you didn't hear from him.
No, it's the same as.
But if it helps this woman, like, why are you upset about it? You know what I mean?
Because they're like, I needed to hear from him again. You didn't. You literally told a computer what to say, and then it said what you wanted it to say.
But you're mad at her. But she's the one.
No, I'm not mad at her. I'm saying I totally get it.
I think it's stupid.
No,
it's an emotional response.
Yeah,
but also, like, imagine if I went into courtroom and I was like, if like this was you, Troy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I have this unflattering parody cartoon of Troy who would like to say something.
I'm dead?
And you're dead.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I'm dead.
But would the court be like, okay, let's listen to the cartoon?
But if it's like...
let's hear what the cartoon has to say. No, I did it Simpsons style. I did it South Park style because I'm not good at drawing feet and hands. But yeah, this is South Park Troy.
Same thing.
He'd like to forgive the person. And they go, okay, let's hear. I made him like Terrence and Phillip.
And if you're like this...
I don't mind that he shot me. Ha 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 ha.
I feel like this helped me deal with the passing of my really good friend Troy. People would understand.
But what if the courtroom was like, that was great, I'm glad you did that. That helped.
I love that cartoon.
Like if the court was like, Troy as Terrence and Phillip really helped make my decision here. When people go like, what?
Well, I don't care, I'm dead.
You wouldn't care. No, that is, I'm just glad you're hitting this from a selfish perspective.
Yeah, when I'm gone, I don't give a shit.
You don't? Okay, I'll probably Terrence and Phillip you then.
Well, for sure.
That's happening.
Don't make me say dumb things.
You're going to say dumb things and you're going to do dumb things.
So many dumb things. And I'm going to go, by the way, this isn't a cartoon. This is all based on a true story. And
also,
then
he said he doesn't care.
And he said he doesn't care. He said I could do it. Yeah, I'm going to destroy your legacy.
Oh, don't do that.
I am. I'm going to fuck it up because you wouldn't care. Because you are on the record saying I wouldn't care. So just as like for sport, I'm going to destroy your legacy.
Just for something to do on a Tuesday.
Well, what else am I doing?
Yeah.
What else do I have going on right now?
I got you.
Yeah, look, I'm glad that the family has closure. I'm glad that this meant a lot to the family. You know, I feel for the family. I'm glad that the guy got put into jail for even longer. I like that.
Yeah.
But doing it through AI is like, and the courts being like, yeah, this seems fine. And like the Supreme Court taking the ultimate stance of could be good, could be bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thank you, Supreme Court, for weighing in. This is why you are the best of us for figuring this all out.
Yeah, you know what? It's good, but it's also bad.
If it's good, that's good. But if it's bad, that's bad. Oh, okay. Thank you, Judge.
We're so fucked.
Thank you, Judge. Yeah, we're not ready for it.
Oh.
Like, by the way, we're not even built for Twitter. So the idea...
No, we can't even get that under control.
No, Twitter made us all nuts. So the fact that, like, we weren't even ready for Twitter, we're not ready for this. And also, that is, like, the flaw of humans. We were built with feelings. We were built with emotion. So we can this can emotionally appeal to us, and we can go, you know what, because you're right, Troy. You know what, if this is bringing closure... If this is helping the family, then it's really not such a bad thing. And with our emotions, we go, yeah, that's true. But that's because we're not tapped into that logical part that goes, well, wait, how seriously are we taking this? And like, how close does this get to, well, now I can send in all this data and they can formulate a fully formed, you know, ancestor that's now able to talk to us every single morning. We have a picture frame where the ancestor talks to us every single morning. The guy who just died, he's like here saying good morning to us and we come home from school and he talks to us.
Oh, that is
I'm
not
sure
far away. That is
It'll probably be a
very
hologram,
close.
like in the room with you.
It probably, I think it'll be a picture frame because I think it'll be way sooner than having holograms installed.
It's going to be on Shark Tank next season.
Right. Right.
This is why people save voicemails. Just save the voicemails.
Save the voicemails.
Save
Don't.
the
I have a photo. A talking photo. I look, it's fucked up. I wouldn't do it.
And they're sitting there going like, he's here. It's like, he isn't here, dude. And now you're taking a private company that makes AI.
Don't worry, they're going to secure your data.
You're going to give them all your data. Not only are you going to give them all your data, but you're going to give them the love that you would give your loved one.
Yeah, it's going to be safe.
Totally fine.
You know,
we want your love.
yeah.
You're
We're
giving
gonna
them
give
your
you-
love. That's crazy.
Oh, I hate all this. so
I love
much.
open AI like I love my mom.
Yeah.
What?
And by the way,
That's because he hasn't watched any of the Black Mirrors.
no, he hasn't watched any of the Black Mirrors, and he absolutely would do it. If there was a company that was like, hey, we can just make tons of videos of Mr. Toots.
He would put Toots in a picture frame.
Of course he would.
Of course he would.
Cat, of course I would.
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
Toots. He's the cutest cat.
We don't have that many close relationships with people.
I know. So I gotta gravitate towards a feline.
Nothing wrong with that.
And by the way, I'm glad you found somebody. I'm happy that you found peace with Toots.
Thank you.
But one day he is going to pass and he's going to be in a picture frame in your living room and he's going to talk to you. And you're going to be shoving eggs into the picture frame because you're going to be fucking
Maybe I'll
crazy.
get him cloned.
Yeah, I bet you will.
You would have him cloned. Remember when everybody...
3 Tootses? Sam, you'll get that real soon.
I know where it came from. Remember when everybody was like, you can't clone the sheep, you're playing God?
Yeah.
And now they're like, yeah, but big deal. You can AI the sheep. That's totally fine.
Oh, bro, we're fucked.
We're totally fucked.
I mean, you wait till they start. It's happening. You don't know, but I bet they're splicing animals together, splicing humans with animals.
Yeah, but pig and elephant DNA just won't splice. That's that old song, right? Got Mike on that one.
Did you catch what he said? He said it's happening. You don't know about it.
I don't know about it.
But they're splicing animals.
They're not worried about splicing animals anymore. They don't need to splice animals. They're just AI them.
And it is true. They're putting animals together.
Yeah, I know.
That's not a conspiracy theory. It's available on Google.
Troy, look at me. I know.
Well, you're starting to know.
That one's on Google.
Hey, better late than never.
So you can trust Google on that one.
Yes.
But the organ thing, you need DuckDuck for.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that's a $1 billion business.
How much are they making on the animals?
Organ? The animals?
Cloning.
Oh, I mean...
That's just for fun. Like,
yeah,
hey, look what we did.
That's not a $1 billion thing.
But that's not something that's, like, frowned upon. Like, people are cloning their animals all the time.
Just left and right.
Yeah, that's a known thing.
Are they making a turducken?
You
Like a
could.
living turducken?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
You can make a liger.
Ligers are cool.
It's my favorite animal.
I mean, I got a Labradoodle.
Yeah. Same thing. Labrador and a poodle.
Labradoodle.
Boom.
Stan in South Carolina.
So, Sam, what's the difference between in court having a computer animation of an accident? They don't have a video of the accident happening, but that's allowed in court.
Well, the difference.
It's a reenactment.
The difference is that this is an image of a person that is talking about how they're assessing things that happened after they died.
Right, it's a patchwork of what they said. So they're taking other patchwork of other accidents and putting them together to make a reenactment, a computerized reenactment of the accident. It's not real.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I mean, nothing. Stan, I'm sorry. It has zero to do with what we're talking about. There's
absolutely nothing?
Nothing. There's no correlation to be made. It is totally different, other than they're both on a screen. That's the only thing that's the same. And they're not even always on a screen. Sometimes they do reenactments on like a foam board with Hot Wheels. It couldn't be further from what we're talking about. It's so off the road of what we're talking about that it actually ruins the conversation.
Well, that was my point.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Stan.
He's trying.
He was totally off. Had nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Okay. It happens. Don't be so critical.
I mean, do they do reenactments in courtrooms, or is
So
that
what?
mainly
It's a really dumb call?
This is the worst. I mean, it's like there's a difference between courtroom and Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack.
We can get him.
Yeah, one time Roland pitched us Robert Stack as a guest because Unsolved Mysteries was coming back, and we had to unfortunately sit Roland down and informed him that Robert Stack had passed away many years before. He took that tough. You like Robert Stack, right? Isn't he an Airplane?
Of course he was an Airplane.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's
all
usually
I'd want to do is talk to him about Airplane, but unfortunately he's gone.
Unfortunately, he's passed on.
He's no longer with us.
No, he is not. No, and it's been some time. But yeah, no, that's where you'll find reenactments generally. Unsolved Mysteries. And on that Fact or Fiction show with the guy from Star Trek.
Captain Rex Kramer.
That's right. From Airplane. Dan in Miami.
Hey, I just wanted to call and talk to Troy. I'm bored, but he didn't really want to talk to me.
Why don't you want to talk to Dan?
Well,
that's what the phone number is for.
Troy's phone number, by the way, if you want to call Troy, 866-969-1969. You can also tap the phone phone button on the app.
Do you want me to answer that question honestly?
Yeah.
Okay, well, number one, I'm involved in a live radio show.
Okay, you're at work.
You're having a conversation I'm trying to stay engaged in.
He's bothering you at work.
Okay. I'm trying to answer phone calls so you can put them up on this live show.
Okay.
Oh, he hung up.
And so to just have a conversation with some random guy about my cat,
right?
It's a little hard to do when I'm in the workplace at this time. So if you wanted to take his phone call and bring him on the air, I'd be happy to have that conversation with him.
Okay, you know what? That's a super reasonable way to figure that out. And that's a good way to prioritize things.
So, and he hung up. So I was ready to have a conversation about Toots. Although we'd had a nice, long conversation about Toots yesterday. It was Toots Day yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I think we
covered it.
We covered it.
For a while.
For a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even to the point where, like, I was thinking about bringing the stinger back at the end of the show yesterday, and I was like, we kind of did it.
We did it.
It'll come back up at some point,
So-
not today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
That's why I didn't want to talk about Toots on just a call with this guy.
Totally reasonable.
Thank you.
Honestly, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You made the right call.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. I'm glad you explained that to me. Because otherwise it came across very rude.
And I don't want to be rude.
Right. But you're at work.
Yeah.
And like,
I don't call this guy up and be like, hey.
and honestly, I'd probably be like, why the fuck is Troy just talking to this guy? Like, the phones are ringing. I'm trying to talk to him. I'm trying to talk to everybody in the room. Like, what are you doing, dude?
And you just hear me, yeah, Toots is so cute. You should see him.
I'd be like, what are you doing?
What are you doing, bro?
What are you doing? You'd be like, I didn't want to be rude.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, I feel like you're being rude to me.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. You're back with Sam Roberts Show.
I got a chance to watch the Tom Green self-produced documentary on Amazon that came out. And, you know, I love Tom Green. So I knew that by hook or crook I was going to enjoy this. But I also didn't know, like, is this going to be more... Because his current life is so much different than when we all fell in love with Tom. You know, when it was all just messy and chaotic and pranks on pranks on pranks. Now, you know, he's moved back to Canada. He lives out on a farm. He's got animals. He doesn't hump a dead moose. He hangs out with live moose and no humping. But he put out, he signed this deal with Amazon where he put out a documentary. Are they doing 2 stand-up specials or 1?
I think it's 1.
1 stand-up special and then a 4-episode docuseries, I believe.
Yeah.
Which I have not watched the others yet. I haven't watched the stand-up special yet, but
Is it out?
I think it came out. I think it came out last week, maybe.
Oh.
But the documentary kind of blends seamlessly into the stand-up special, which I think is exciting. And he sets up the documentary well by saying, you know, I'm doing this myself. And Tom Green has also, and I don't think he gets enough credit, been such like a weirdo tech guy, which I admire because I built a studio in my basement, so I can understand that. But not just the fact that he, after the Tom Green Show on MTV was done, way before people were podcasting, built the studio in his house, like a talk show studio, so he could stream a talk show from his house on the internet. But also, remember, he decked out his van. Remember during the pandemic, he was like producing music out of his van and making really cool cinematic YouTube videos and all that. So he's always had an eye for behind the scenes stuff, behind the scenes stuff and and all that. But also, he was self-producing so much of his early Tom Green Show stuff.
All of it.
Yeah, that I think he's always been of that mindset.
And he seems like a super loyal guy because the cameraman that did this documentary
is
the same guy that he used when he was doing his public access show.
And trust me, when you're using the same people to produce your shit year after year after year,
you know they are awesome.
The only excuse can be that you're a loyal person.
Oh. I thought it was like, damn, I can't find any better.
Well, I tell you, if you want to give yourself that pat on the back, you have to give Hot Dog that credit too, and I don't know if you're ready to do that. I don't think that's something you're willing to do.
Nope, you're right.
I think you'd rather take the bullet
it's just loyalty.
than give Hot Dog the credit.
Yeah, appreciate the loyalty.
But I went in, I go, okay, it's a little weird producing your own doc and doing it about yourself. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, dude, it was the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
Good.
It's so good. It hits on everything. It comes from such like a real place from Tom. You know, it really feels like he's talking about, not only is he talking about how he feels about what he did, but how he felt about what he was doing. It just seems like he's such an in-touch human being. Like he doesn't seem like he was ever chasing fame, which I think is where people get all fucked up when they're chasing fame and it's just like, this is what's clicking. I got to do this. I got to do this. It was more like he wanted to make this great show. He wanted to make a thing that was good, that resonated with people.
Yeah.
And that's also what I get from this documentary. He wanted to make a great documentary that resonated with people. And he's also kind of realized that there's a whole generation of us that like love him. And watching this, I had forgotten. You know, you remember all the highlights. Everybody remembers Undercutter's Pizza. Everybody remembers the Slutmobile. Everybody remembers Daddy, would you like some sausage? That's what people, those are the things, like those are the
Bum Bum song.
Hit, and then of course the Bum Bum song. But you don't remember, like, and for me personally, I remember Glenn Humplick's phone number being given out to Times Square. But that was like a real one for me. But I didn't remember everything that was in this, and I certainly didn't remember the entire journey that he took, and really the rise to fame. Like, you see this guy who worshiped David Letterman and is just this weird Canadian kid doing weird shit, trying to put out a fun show, and all of a sudden he becomes the most famous person in the country.
Real fast.
I mean, in lightning speed. And this was before the internet was making celebrities. Like, there were message boards and there was, you know, chat rooms and all that stuff, but you weren't getting celebrities built off the internet when this was all happening. You were getting Tom Green showing up and getting on MTV and everybody seeing it. I think, like, my first recollection was being in high school and those of us who had watched it talking about him walking around in crutches with a cast and just falling down. And, like, we just realized this is the greatest thing that we've ever seen. But Tom, so the first person that he brings back is, what's his name? Is it Phil? Phil. Laughing Phil.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, like, I always thought that Phil, because he never said anything, he just laughed along, you know, drinking his coffee in that little window. I always thought that he was a very stoic person, but he's kind of a spaz.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun to see. Like, you actually see, it was the first time I remember actually seeing any of his actual personality. And then I was a little bit worried because you had kind of heard over the years that Tom and Glenn maybe didn't really talk. Like, there was, I feel like at one point he came in here and said he hadn't really spoken to Glenn in a while.
I think you're right.
Which is a bummer because as much as, you know, Glenn was the whipping boy, he was also, I mean, that's the whole thing. But Glenn Humplick is indeed in the doc, and it was just cool to see Tom and Glenn sitting together and kind of.
I liked when they were doing their first interview together, and Tom was like, "I need to switch positions because I'm always on the left."
Right, and he felt more comfortable.
Talking to Glenn on the left.
Talking to Glenn that way, yeah.
I also thought it was really interesting that that from the jump, like, Glenn did not want to do a TV show.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'll do it because this is just some stupid public access thing that we're doing and you're my friend.
Yeah, they had met on college, doing college radio.
But he had no...
But he wasn't going, we'll build this...
to be on MTV or anything.
And it checks out. I mean, what did Glenn Humplick do in media after Tom Green? Nothing.
Nothing.
He left and, like, just tried to live his life as a private person, which is admirable. But, yeah, seeing, so, like they go through him starting in college radio and then getting a spot on public access and losing the spot and then getting a spot on another kind of local cable network, which must have been amazing at the time for people in Ottawa, as he was, because some of the stuff that you saw on MTV was actually stuff that he was just doing in Ottawa.
Stuff,
like, it was his old stuff that he had filmed for his local access show,
which makes sense because a lot of the early Jackass stuff was just
from the tapes that they made. Yeah.
Can I tell you one thing I didn't really know?
Yes.
How actually successful his rap group was.
Yeah, that it was a serious thing.
Like, I thought it was a joke.
He said when he was in college, he had this hip hop group, and they were rappers, and they had like music that came out, and it wasn't
like they were flown to New York.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke. They were talking about getting a record deal and everything. But yeah, so then he gets this deal and everything, and he ends up going to MTV, and it kind of gets into what a blast off it was as soon as he got to MTV, and he got to do Letterman. I guess he was living out of a hotel in New York, and everything. And then what I had forgotten was, it all kind of blurs together. I had forgotten that between season 1 of Tom Green and season 2 of Tom Green, he had become like this huge star.
Oh, he was, yeah.
Right? Like, I remember Tom Green as that first season in the New York MTV studio. That's kind of what I remember. I had forgotten that he moved to LA and did the show out there. I had forgotten that they did the whole special.
I did not remember that.
And I had forgotten that they did the whole special where, at the height of Monica Lewinsky's popularity, when she really wasn't doing press, because I mean, in hindsight, it was the 90s, so it was just what you did. You exploited everybody and didn't care. But like, I mean, they just destroyed that poor woman. like everybody was just like, oh, we can take this White House intern and just turn her into whatever we want to turn her into. This is great. That Tom did a whole special with Monica Lewinsky, where in real life, he made people believe, and you remember, once you see this, you're like, oh shit, I forgot that even happened. But you remember that there were headlines that Tom Green and Monica Lewinsky were getting married, that this was that Tom Green was literally,
a big announcement.
They were going to make a big announcement, and they were going to get married. And then this special came out, and it was just following, Tom Green and Monica Lewinsky spending this weekend together and doing all this media together. And then the big reveal is the big announcement, which is Monica Lewinsky is coming out with a line of handbags. Handbags. And then...
and we're going to get the perfect fabric. Okay, Monica? Okay.
It's 3:45 a.m. and Tom Green and Monica Lewinsky are going into his parents' house.
Mom? Dad? Dad? We need some fabric. We need the fabric, okay?
We need the fabric, okay?
Hey, Monica, how are you?
Mom? Hi, good.
Yeah, we need this fabric, actually.
This is the perfect fabric, and so I hope you don't mind. Oh, these are perfect colors for fall.
Look, my mom made this.
You made this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
My mom made this. Yeah.
Oh, that is cool.
Standing up on the bed.
You're so generous.
So he took the comforter while they were sleeping at 3:45 in the morning. We need the fabric, Kay. We need the fabric. Yeah, and then then this announcement. But I've forgotten all that. It got into like when he got really, really famous, and he's in Charlie's Angels, and he ends up marrying Drew Barrymore, and like, But I admire the fact that he was, which most people aren't able to do, somehow still able to be a normal person with healthy relationships coming out of all of this, out of being famous and everything. And that his
cancer.
Yeah, he had cancer.
I remember that special. I remember.
Oh yeah, that was like iconic.
Yeah,
when he found out that he had testicular cancer after the Bum Bum song came out, and they did a special where they not only like went through his whole journey with cancer, but
they showed
the surgery, they showed everything. Yeah, it was wild. I mean, just watching Tom getting to sit down with his parents and talk about the Slutmobile,
like decades removed,
and the fact that they get the humor now. Like
funny.
They kind of get it.
Well, even his dad said, like, when you came to the bus stop and everybody was laughing, I kind of, saw the humor in it.
Right. Which is, I mean, he knew well enough too that even if he saw the humor in it, he couldn't sell it.
No.
The humor is in him being upset about it.
I love when Tom's mom was away and his dad was in bed.
Oh my God.
He brought over the girls for his dad.
Yeah, he brought over some lady dancers because he thought his dad would be lonely while his mom was away.
And the dad was so happy.
His dad wakes up at 3:00 in the morning out of bed and goes, "Oh, hello, ladies." the Slutmobile, where he.
You like it, Dad? Come look at it, Dad.
Go talk to your mother. I'm going to work.
What? What's the big deal?
Big deal. That better be off.
It's permanent. Come look at it.
It's permanent.
Permanent.
What do you mean?
It's out of the police right now.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Dad, it's a present. It's
right.
It's a present.
Well, it's completely untasteful and ridiculous.
Why?
For those that don't recall,
where are you going?
It was an airbrush portrait. He decided to take his dad's car in late at night so that it would be ready for him when he had to drive to work in the morning. An airbrush portrait, two nude lesbians making love to each other, and write the word Slutmobile under it as a sign, as a show of. And he thought it was fine because it was a show of love. But his dad was very upset
It's just
about
women
it.
expressing love.
Yeah, expressing love.
My mom has no intention of talking to me on camera about the Slutmobile. Fortunately, she left a few messages on my answering machine, and, well, here they are.
Next message. Tom, it's your mother. Did you do that to our car? It's really gross and disgusting, and I'm not impressed. I knew that something was happening. Just another little horrible thing for us to cope with. Call me as soon as you get this message. I am livid. Next message. Tom, this is your mother. That car better be back here immediately and back to its original condition. And I don't find it funny. There's nothing funny about it at all. It's insulting. Once again, it's not funny. It's ruining things that don't belong to you. And it's making me sick. And I'm fed up with it. Next message. Tom, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. You've been here, you've gone. I want my car fixed. It's disgusting. Next message. Tom, it's your mother for the 4th call. I want the car taken and returned to its original condition, or your dad and I are going to report this to the police. This is ridiculous. I'm not putting up with it. You can, be charged with vandalism or whatever the charge would be. But you're not going to ruin
Tom
my
Green's
thing.
mom is the perfect example
Sweetest
of
woman?
Canadian angry.
Yeah.
Like that's what it sounds like when a sweet Canadian woman is absolutely livid. But
That's weird because that's not what Canadian angry sounds like to me.
That's not, maybe your wife is from a different province. But yeah, I think what you really take away from the doc is like, first of all, this like
how ahead of his time he was.
Super
every
ahead of his
single
time. Every time. Like a reinvigorated appreciation for everything he's done. Like how great all this stuff is. But you realize that he deserves even more credit. When you see all this stuff with his parents, you're like, oh, this is where they got Viva La Bam from. When you see all the stuff that he was doing way before Jackass come out, you go, oh, this is why Jackass was even able to exist. They get into his studio in his house, and Joe Rogan says straight up, like, this is the
future.
This is what inspired me to build this studio. This is what inspired me to podcast. And I didn't even put this together until I watched the doc. That Monica Lewinsky special, I was like, this is Nathan For You before Nathan For You.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what Nathan would have done. And Nathan also has that weird Canadian humor about him, so he'd probably do it in a very, very similar way.
When Tom trashes the set, Eric Andre.
Yes.
Flowers for that.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's back on the Canadian show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that on one day on the local access show, he said that he didn't know he was going to do it. He just started doing it, and he completely trashed his set. And they talked to Eric Andre on the doc, and Eric Andre realizes, like, oh, I didn't even realize that I was being inspired by Tom Green. But I'm literally doing the same thing that he did, and all these guys watched Tom Green, when they were coming up. And that's the thing about, I feel like, coming out of that doc, you realize that he was the kind of basis for so much, and people don't realize it. Right.
Or they did it, or they do, and they just don't give him the credit that he deserves.
I think Jackass does.
Yeah.
And I think Jackass knew when they were doing it. And bam, Viva La Bam for sure. But I think so much of this other stuff, it's just kind of, for those 2-3 years, he was just so everywhere and generationally so important that almost everything is inspired by it. I mean, they talked about that Bum Bum song and the fact that he just did it, right? He didn't even do it for the show. He just recorded it because he thought it was funny and then got Canadian radio to play it, or maybe it was American radio. I don't remember. But he got them to play it on the radio. It became a huge hit. And MTV was like, we need this. You got to do this on the show. So he real quick made a video for it and then said on his show, tomorrow, vote for it on TRL. And his fans did. Dude, when TRL was the biggest music show in the world and you were dealing with music celebrities, the likes of which, I mean, it was the height of music celebrity. Everybody was Elvis. You're talking about Britney Spears, Eminem, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, all those acts. And Bum Bum Song just keeps getting the #1 video, the #1 song in the country. Eminem is parodying it on his biggest, not just hits, but this is the first hit off the album. This is the single to introduce the album. And half of it is a Tom Green parody. That's how big it was. That's crazy. It's so cool.
And then MTV made him retire it.
It was only a week, right?
Yeah, because they already had the #1 song for the next week, picked out. So, and it was already recorded. So they're like, you have to retire this song.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't want to let everybody know. Oh, is this him explaining that he had to retire it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
For that? Yeah, getting on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine was definitely a surreal thing. That was when the show was on MTV, and the Bum Bum Song was a hit. And the Bum Bum Song was the #1 most downloaded song on Napster in 1999. My bum is on the cheese, my bum is on the cheese. If I get lucky, I'll get a disease. And then 2 weeks later, I got testicular cancer. So that's what happens. And this is the Bum Bum Song retirement home here.
No.
So not many people get in the retirement home on Total Request Live.
Well, and you were forced into the retirement home.
We were forced to retire the song, absolutely.
Explain that.
The song went #1 on Total Request Live. And then we got a call from MTV, and they said, you have to retire the song. I said, well, we don't want to retire the song. We're the #1 song in America.
Right.
They said, well, you kind of got to play ball with us because we I don't know if I should say this, but the following week they had faked the countdown. For whatever reason, they had pre-taped in advance the following week, not expecting that the Bum Bum Song was going to go #1 and knock J-Lo and 98 Degrees and Britney Spears off the countdown. If it's #1 Friday, it's not going to make any sense that it's not even on the countdown at all on the following Monday. So they really kept calling, please retire it. It's going to cost us a whole. So I did, because they were my bosses, and I went on Friday night. I went into Total Request Live with Carson Daly, and we retired the song, and they gave me a nice plaque.
You remember?
Oh, he's the best.
He's the best. He's the best. Danielle, have you ever heard the Bum Bum Song?
No.
Oh, you don't know about the Bum Bum Song?
No.
Oh,
I feel like I should, because the early 2000s is my favorite.
You love the early
time. I do.
Oh, that's
you see
sick.
my outfit? I'm wearing a juicy tracksuit. You know what I mean?
Juicy tracksuits rule.
I wish I was a teenager during this time.
Can I tell you something, Danielle?
Yeah.
It was a fucking awesome time.
I know. Best time.
Everything
I
you think
know.
about it, it was
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Tom Green?
No.
You never even heard of him?
No.
That's wild.
The daddy sausage thing is
Daddy, would you like some
a
sausage?
tiny, that rings a bell.
Freddie got fingered?
Not and
Sure.
just the I don't know, is that a song?
Freddie Got Fingered was a film. It was a film. It was Tom Green's writing and directorial debut. Did not get the greatest reviews in the world because it was very, very weird. He was in the movie Road Trip, which if you like uproarious late 90s, early 2000s comedies, I'm speaking Mike Montone's language right now. Anybody that's watched all the American Pies, including the straight to DVDs.
I do love those.
Even the straight to DVDs?
The American Pie movies, I literally
Well, I mean, I'm talking
you like Road Trip.
I'm talking like American Pie. What's one of the...
Well, there's Bandcamp.
American Pie Bandcamp.
Beta House Rules.
Right.
Naked Mile.
Yeah, these are movies nobody's ever heard of.
Oh.
Not the theatrical releases. Mike also celebrates the DVD, straight to DVD.
Oh, it gets real good if you start going down that rabbit hole.
Spin-offs.
Well, if I can find them in the thrift stores,
Yeah.
I look
but
out.
you love Road Trip?
Oh, yeah.
It's so good.
Anything from that entire genre.
Anything with Breckin Meyer?
Brett Meyer was a short king for a long time. He had a run, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah he did.
Yeah, this is Daddy. Would you like some sausage from Freddie Got Fingered?
I'm being creative. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have some work to do. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Sausages.
So stupid.
Yep, like I have a memory of just hearing that.
Sure.
You know, like kids were singing that, but I never saw.
Sure, it's in the zeitgeist. Yeah, the Bum Bum song was even a little before that.
Yeah.
So certainly way before your time. But this was Tom Green. This was a legit, like Tom Green was so popular that this song was a legitimate hit. Everybody knew every word. Everybody sang it. It was on the radio. It was on MTV. It was everywhere.
1999.
Yeah, 99. 99 was a great year. They burned down Woodstock that year. It was fucking awesome.
99 is right up there with 94.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the peak of society.
People don't even grind like that anymore.
Nope. Not now.
People just did that back then.
That's crazy.
Didn't even think twice.
I mean, you kind of get the idea,
What's the idea?
The bum.
Just on things?
It had to be very frustrating for musicians at the time.
And I didn't know that he had to go to Seattle to do this because you just couldn't film in New York anymore. Everybody knew who he was.
Right.
Everybody was just like swarming him in New York.
Right. Right, so he had to go someplace.
Which becomes a problem. I mean, look at Impractical Jokers, how they've had to just change where they film just every season. Like
They can't shoot every other skit in the Palisades Mall anymore.
Eric Andre had to shave off his eyebrows.
12. So to me, it's like late 90s, early 2000s, into the mids, and then a little bit of 2010s.
You know it's up.
But a little bit, just because that, for me, that was my childhood.
Sure.
So like the Kesha and like that kind of stuff.
Kesha.
Like it was still when social media wasn't that big yet, and like iPhones were new. Like everything was still exciting.
What year were you born?
2002.
That's a bummer.
You missed 9/11.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah. Yeah,
9/11, actually, he's wrong about that. A lot of
Not
people,
great.
most people were super bummed about 9/11. Yeah.
I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
But that is the thing, though.
It was quite a day.
I mean, yeah, it was memorable.
I'll never forget it.
That's what they say. You're not supposed to. It's okay. You weren't around for
Right.
it. If you don't remember, you don't remember. But,
Oops.
But, yeah, I do think that is a thing. People don't realize, like, before 9/11, we really truly did live in a society where nothing bad could ever happen because we're the fucking best. And that wasn't a toxic thing. It was just like, of course, what could possibly happen? And then it was everything post 9/11 was like, yeah, but that because they told us 9/11 happened because they hate our freedom. And so then you start to develop a guilt complex over your freedom, and a culture completely changed after that. But right before, I'm talking up to September 10th, 2001,
Wow.
it was the shit, dude.
So much fun.
It was a good time.
All we cared about was where Chandra Levy was.
That's right.
That was the big story.
That's right.
Where'd that guy's mistress go?
You talking about Gary Condit?
Yeah, yes.
Chandra Levy went missing? They didn't even care after 9/11.
Nope.
And by the way, Gary Condit didn't even do it.
No,
He was found completely innocent.
It was some just dude.
But they never. But
matter.
His forever. He's the trivia of the guy who
had the top story
before
9/11,
and we all thought he murdered Chandra Levy. And now, even when you say he didn't, it's like, I mean, you say that, but
I would have to look that up.
I was pretty convinced right before 9/11 that he did that.
Pretty sure he did. I've seen his face. He looks guilty.
Feels like an OJ situation. I feel like you've jumped in to our show conversation, Danielle, very quickly. We have barely even gotten to know you. Where do you go to school, or where?
I used to go to Montclair.
Oh,
Yeah. Jersey girl.
Jersey girl, what's up? And what are you into? Are you into radio? You did a radio show in college?
Yeah, radio and also like theater and performing and dance. I do a lot of like choreographing now. Just entertainment.
Like late 90s dance?
I wish.
You do, yeah.
But like, well, in my free time, I do Zumba, as you guys know. Like,
Zumba
I do
rules.
Zumba, and I used to dance. But now I've been choreographing for like musicals and shows that I do with like my friends and kids at my high school, like my old high school.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
You don't write musicals though. These are like
No.
pre-established musicals.
That would be cool.
Yes.
That'd be
Sam
cool.
loves musicals.
I do. Well,
Really?
I appreciate musical theater, of course.
Yeah, I'm
It's one of
seeing
the great
I'm
art
seeing a
forms.
Broadway show today, actually.
Which Broadway show is that?
Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, look, I've heard it's fabulous.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, my wife went to see it. She said it was great.
Oh,
it was
nice.
also the first time she was out of the house in like 7 years because we got kids. So probably could have been anything.
It was great.
Yeah, I can't believe it. There was sun on my face. I was not in the house.
Oh,
it was
no one was crying.
unbelievable. Yeah, somebody else was talking. I just listened. It was awesome. Yeah, well, that's fun. When did you develop this affinity for the early 2000s?
I mean, I'm very nostalgic, like at nature. Like I'm just stuck. I'd say like in high school, I started to notice that like I just different than most of my friends were like, why aren't we using flip phones? Like, why are we?
That's so
you know what I mean?
silly.
Like, obviously, I have all social media and I do it, but like parties, I was like, I know they were more fun. Like, I just know we're not doing it. Like, I feel bad for kids nowadays. Like, I'm like, you guys don't even know what it's like to not be sitting on your phone when you're around people. And I just watched these movies and I watched these things from the late 90s and early 2000s. And I'm just like, wow, like people were people. People had fun. People did shit and it didn't matter because you didn't have to worry about it. Like, to me, that feels like a dystopian society. And it's like, that's what the world was like.
And we had Freddie Prinze Jr.
All of it.
And there's nobody
She
that
was all
touches Freddie Prinze Jr. now. Nobody. I mean, like,
You don't think there's ever been another Freddie Prinze Jr.?
no.
I mean, I'm trying to think. I can't.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is the pinnacle of hot dude teen stars. Like, who posed
More than
Freddie-
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, way more than Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds didn't even come into his
More
own.
than Breckenmeyer?
Breckenmeyer is like the kind of it's not the same thing. Breckenmeyer's not the jock.
No, he's not. He's the stoner skater boy in
Right.
Clueless.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is the jock with a heart. Yeah. Freddie Prinze Jr. is the guy who made the bet but then regrets it. You know what I mean? You see, that's how we get to Act 3.
I mean, I can understand being in love with this time period that you never got to experience.
It is
Because
interesting.
as somebody who experienced it,
You love it too.
hey, it's everything you think it was.
Yeah.
And better. And better.
I'm gonna tell you what. I didn't get invited to many parties, but the ones that I did, no scrolling.
Nope.
Yeah.
No phone scrolling.
Like crazy concept.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So you don't like the interconnectivity of everything.
Like, yeah, it's nice to be able to be so in touch with people and my friends and know what everyone's doing. But it's just like, yeah, when we are in social events, social parties, it's so different.
Do you say anything about it?
I mean, there's not much I can do.
It's kind of a wet blanket
Yeah, I
thing
mean,
to
like
do.
some of us have been getting digital cameras and trying to pretend like it's,
Like old school digital cameras?
yeah, like, yeah.
You know what my daughter wants for her birthday?
Is
What?
it-
Before we take her on a trip, because it's her 16th birthday?
Yeah.
Digital camera.
Yeah, it's
Really?
like, it's
The
coming
kids
back.
have digital
Yeah.
cameras. She's like, oh, so-and-so has a digital camera. I want that one.
But it's annoying now because it's like, oh, now it's cool again. But
It's
it's not
like-
because that's our technology.
Right. It's
You
a
know?
kitsch. It's kitschy.
Yeah, so now it's just another trend. But
She's
back
like, they
then,
take
that's
way
what
better
had.
pictures. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, the quality is way
Yes.
better.
Yes, it is better than a phone.
Yeah, it's super good actually.
Yeah.
They were good.
So yeah, now I got to go research digital cameras, which I did 15 years ago.
Yeah. Are they like actual digital cameras or
Yeah.
are they meant to be like
No, they're digital
throwback?
cameras.
No, like most people are getting them on eBay. Like I have mine from 2008 when I was 6. Like I'm
Sure.
using my own now.
They're also still
But-
making like new ones.
Yeah,
And
but
they're not
probably-
that not that expensive. They're,
They're
like
probably not as
150
good
bucks.
quality
Really?
though.
Yeah.
You know, the OG ones are better because I feel like
yeah.
everything gets cheaper and
It is also crazy, right? That like, if you grew up and you were taking film photos, there was a tangibility to it. You know what I mean? When you find your old photos that you took, you know, and there's negatives and everything, but you can there's a depth to it. You feel
Yeah.
like you can get back in there. I wonder because
And you had to hope you took a good photo.
I mean, that's a whole nother story. Like you go someplace and you take an entire roll and just like, I hope for one. I don't know what it's
Yeah.
going to be. I hope there's one
I got
good,
a good
photo
photo.
in there. But I say that to say that like, I think especially now that phones add so many filters like built in, Like it's like you're not seeing through the lens anymore.
No.
Like there's so much software in it that I'll bet there is that same thing, that if you take a photo with an old school, like 2008, 2009 digital camera, it probably feels different.
Yeah. It feels more real.
That's
you know,
wild.
everything feels fake. And that's why it's like, you know, like you said, like film, like you could just touch it. Like
Yeah.
things you can hold. Now it's like there's not
No,
stuff
everything's
like that.
disposable.
I think, yeah, like I'm very much like I'm a hoarder with my memories, but it's because I like having stuff to like remember it by. And that's also just not really a thing now. Everything's digital.
Right.
Even like playbills for like shows I used to do. Now it's like, here's the QR code.
Yeah.
I hate QR codes.
You don't like them.
No.
You
like-
hate them too.
COVID fucked all that.
Yes.
Like, hey, welcome to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Scan your phone and you can see the menu.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? We'll let you see the menu if we can have your phone number. Can I just have the menu? I didn't realize
I
was
get that
entering
though.
into a
I hate that
contract.
there's no concert tickets anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, because a commemorative ticket is not the same.
No, it's not the same thing. Like I get those sometimes
because it's something.
If it's offered.
It's something, but
Yeah.
it's not.
You know how exciting it used to be to get your tickets in the mail and you're like, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, you don't collect things
Nah,
anymore.
I put
There's
it on the
nothing to
refrigerator.
literally collect.
Right. Right.
Well, commemorative tickets.
Commemorative tickets. Like, oh, where were you sitting? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They just print out enough for everybody.
Yeah, like, I feel like everything nowadays is just to make people's lives easier, you know, like, oh, scanning is easier, yes, and it saves you money because you don't have to print out the stuff, but it's like, where's the fun in all this?
And it is
Nothing's fun.
It'll take care of it now.
Yeah.
And then later we'll just do whatever's later. Everything's disposable. There's no sort of like, yeah, we're doing a thing today because on some level we're going to remember it. We're going to think about it later. No. It's just for today. Get your phone up in the air and let's rock.
Yeah. Even concerts, people my age, it's like they're not even there because
Right.
they're just so focused on getting the video. And I feel like as an artist, that has to be so weird to just look down and see everyone's phones rather than their faces. But we're so used to that now. And I know in the 90s it wasn't like that.
No way.
80s, whatever.
No way. Even in the early 2000s, I find it charming now. One of my favorite things is to see somebody in like real like baggy Pele clothes holding up an open flip phone and
Yeah.
videoing like the worst possible video. But also your phone memory could capture maybe 30 seconds of video.
Yeah.
Right.
So if Stone Cold's coming out, you can video on your flip phone, but then your phone's going away. You know? Although, listen, it was a big pain in the ass to have to go ABC, ABB,
I know.
typing everything 3 times.
For texting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But you can play Snake.
Snake ruled. Yeah. Snake was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that was the height of gaming.
Yeah. I think
See, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
the game Snake,
No.
you love that game.
Snake was on the old Nokias.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. And you'd say that if somebody showed up and they didn't have a Nokia, you'd be like, you don't even have a Snake, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do all day?
Yeah, what do you do with yourself?
You suck.
Let me see if there's like a YouTube.
And then you describe them with words you could never say now.
You can say some of them again.
Well, they're starting to get there.
Here, look, this is Snake.
That's the phone I got stolen in New Orleans.
They took your Nokia?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, man.
Oh, they have a Google version of this, actually.
Yeah, you're just a
Google
snake, and
Snake.
you're eating stuff.
Yeah.
But as
No,
you eat stuff, you get longer.
But
Yeah.
the problem with getting longer is you can't run into yourself.
Yes.
Oh, so then you gotta
Yeah,
start
no, they
doing
have-
that.
Oh.
I used to play Google Snake like in class, so it's the same exact thing. It's
It
just on
is.
Google, which is not as fun.
It is.
Not as fun.
So do you feel displaced from your own generation?
Oh, definitely much at times. Like
Yeah.
some things, yes, because that's just like my age category. But so many things, I'm like very much grossed out to be associated. Like in class, like even in college, it's like everyone's just online shopping. Like I'm the only person who had a pencil. Like people don't even write anymore.
Right.
They don't even know how to write because everything's just typed. And I feel crazy for caring about that stuff. But I think it's just because like I'm the only one, I feel like, in my demographic that is noticing these things.
There is something like so much different about actually writing on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Can you write in cursive?
I can.
Yeah, are you good at it?
Yeah, because I doodle. Like when I'm not paying attention in class, I doodle. I don't shop. So my doodling, I practice my cursive.
That is what that is
Yeah,
a real thing. Like you go online
yeah.
shopping now when you're bored in class.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
That's
I
awesome.
like I it's I mean, sure, it's awesome, but it's like I look around.
I mean, it's terrible. Also,
right?
You know,
no one is looking at the professor.
Right.
And I'm like, if I was this professor, like I would just stop. I would walk out of the room. Like how disrespectful. Like I don't even know.
because he knows. The professor knows.
I
They
guess,
always.
yeah.
They have to know. It's like there's no way.
Yeah, no one's making eye contact with you.
Yeah, and they're not even. They're just like pointing and clicking. Like, what are we doing? There was a time when like the slickest thing you could possibly do in class was sneak a piece of food into your mouth from your pocket, and even then, it was like the
like,
most
pass a
obvious.
note.
Like,
Or a hot dog in your sleeve.
oh yeah,
Oh.
you sneak a hot dog in your sleeve. If you wore cargo pants, you could put tater tots in there.
Turn somebody's book bag inside out. Well,
Have you ever done that?
No.
It's the fucking funniest thing you could ever do. It's the best prank.
Oh.
Wait till you hear this. You'll love this.
Okay.
This is some late 90s prank.
Oh, I did it all the time. You did it?
no, this was your shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I did it all the time. So what you do is you realize the bell's going to ring in 5 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then with your foot, you know, because they had the straps coming off the JanSport. So with your foot, you slide the backpack of the kid who's in front of you over to your desk, right?
Uh-huh.
And you get it up on your desk, and as quick as you can, you got to take the entire contents of their book bag while the class is in session without them noticing. The entire contents of their book bag have to come out. But if you're a pro, you do it like with once. Like you take the front of it and the back of it and you just compress it together with palms and you slide everything out. You put it on your desk in a pile. Flip the book bag inside out. Put so the straps are now inside and the zippers are now inside. Put everything back in. Then you zip it up with your nails because the zippers are inside. Then you just slide it back exactly where it was. Then the bell rings. And everybody just puts their backpack on and goes. And they go, what the fuck? And they're sitting there in their class, and they're not slick. They're not thinking about they have to take everything out individually. It's the best thing in the world. It's still, I don't know that anything has brought me more joy than that.
Height of civilization?
For me.
Yeah.
That was me at my peak.
We would tag that prank by throwing the backpack out the window.
Okay, this is
And then we'd punch him in the face.
That's bullying. There's no coming back from that.
No, they could go get it.
That's just bullying. That's the line.
That was fun.
That's what would happen. You'd see me flipping the backpack, having a great time, and then bully jock Mike would show up and go, and this, and throw it out the window.
One step too far.
Then he'd call him a word you really can't say anymore.
Right.
You could use it back then, though.
Go get it.
Oh, yeah, it was fine.
Back then, even teachers used it sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they did. They'd get upset.
It was the good old days.
Yeah, they were. I used to love telling my teachers when kids were sleeping, I would raise my hand and tell the teachers to please be quiet because so-and-so is asleep.
What the hell, dude?
That's awesome.
That's a funny thing.
That's not cool at all.
I mean, depending on who it was. If it was my friend.
Some of us are really tired or high.
Yeah. Excuse me. Shh. Travis is sleeping.
Yeah, that's not cool. I only had a certain amount of classes during the day because I would cut the rest of them.
Right. And the classes that you were going to, you had to catch a nap.
Yes.
Where else are you going to sleep?
Meanwhile, I got narcs like you.
But it's one thing to narc because you think it's not good. It's another thing to narc because you think it's funny.
That's true.
Like, because you would wake up all pissed that you were in trouble and you'd see me giggling and you'd know what would happen.
I used to go to the nurse all the time and just take naps.
I don't know, my foot hurts.
You could be like, I got a headache, and they'd be like, all right, why don't you go lie down for a little while? I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Good idea.
High school's the best.
Were you a good student?
I was, if I felt like applying myself, maybe I could be a good student, but I yapped. Yeah.
You had all
I
your
talked a lot.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Just about anything.
Yeah, whatever I felt like.
Right.
And because also, like, I have two older sisters who were just, like, very good students, very quiet, very shy. And so year after year, when the teachers would be like, oh, like, what went wrong with you? Like, what? I was like, if this is what I'm going to, like, this is what you expect, then I'm just going to.
I'm going to lean in.
Keep it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to lean in.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like for the youngest, so you have two older sisters?
Mm-hmm.
You're the youngest?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's so much less responsibility on you, you know? It's like your parents already got two good ones.
They're done.
Yeah.
What do you have to do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll be the creative
Yeah,
one.
like I was born into this, so
Yeah.
let me just.
Now, is that how you feel about your youngest?
No. I'll tell you what. If my youngest does not maintain the Roberts name as it should be maintained, it'll be a lot of. He won't be able to carry it.
Okay.
That's what I say to my kids. If you can't maintain the Roberts name as it's meant to be maintained, then you're not meant to carry
You
it.
tell them that now.
Yeah, I mean, my daughter's not the 1-year-old. That's crazy. My daughter's 5. I mean, she needs to know.
You're like, hey, as soon as you're done with that Bluey episode, I gotta talk to you.
She
about
loves
something.
Bluey. She loves Bluey. She
Hey,
goes,
listen, this is serious.
She goes, Dad, that's so funny. I go, number 1, it's not funny. Number 2, a Roberts wouldn't think it was funny. Number 3, if you can't carry the Roberts name in a proper fashion, you won't carry the Roberts name.
And she's like, this is heavy. I just wanted some cookies.
And you were the youngest, weren't you, Sam?
I was the middle.
Oh,
the middle.
I was thinking because how did you become the goofball?
I'm not the goofball.
Yeah, you're pretty goofy.
I'm top tier, bro.
Nah, you're goofy.
You
top tier, but I don't know your siblings that well, but they don't seem like.
Well, I think
there's
your younger brother's the best.
I could not imagine having to exist in my family as my sibling, the shadow that I cast.
Okay.
I get that.
I totally
Next to
feel that.
impossible, right?
I would,
The
I
bar
would
is set
hate
so
it.
You would hate it.
Yeah.
You would hate it. There's 2 people on this planet that I think have it more difficult than anybody, and those are my siblings. Trying to be like, he's your brother. What do you do? They're like, nothing is great. Nothing is great. It must be. I feel sympathy. It must be impossible. I hate that. Jason in Texas.
Yes, sir. Good morning, boys.
What's up, bud?
Just listening to your intern, Danielle. She's giving off the Lenina Huxley from Demolition Man vibe.
I'm assuming you have not seen the film Demolition Man,
No.
starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. It's a great film,
Should I
but
be scared?
no, I think it's just a vocal quality, right, Jason?
No, the way she's just reminiscing on things she's wasn't a part of.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Thank you, Jason. It is amazing to be nostalgic about an era that you weren't in.
Yep.
But I guess that's also like
I think that's normal.
Yeah.
when you were growing. We always knew people growing up.
Like, I
and,
wish I could have been in, like, the 50s.
You fucking
What? Not for the
racist.
racist stuff.
What an asshole.
I'm
huh?
talking about, like, the
Truth's coming
Beatles.
out.
No, Troy,
You know
the Beatles
exactly.
stuff.
You mean the Beatles in the 50s?
I mean, like,
because the Beatles are so big in the 1950s.
I mean, like
this guy. There's one thing that he wanted in the 1950s: his own water fountain. This piece of shit.
well, you can't get them anymore. Like,
This real-
You gotta share them with everybody.
Real asshole.
And women.
Boo.
Yeah, if I could get back to before suffrage.
I mean, like the just the upswing of rock and roll, like from the 50s to the 60s.
Yeah, right.
Like that seems like just how does it get any better?
I was definitely obsessed with rock and roll from the 60s when I
Yeah.
was growing up.
Like to
it
be
was
part
my
of something
parents.
that's so pure.
Yeah.
You know.
That was
I know
exciting.
what
It
you
was
wanted.
brand new.
I know what pureness you wanted to be a part of in
No,
the
not the-
1950s. The
no.
50s.
No.
Segregation.
I'm not talking about the master race.
Of course, that's what you're talking about. Everybody sees right through it.
Talking about
Nobody's
rock and
ever.
roll.
Choose love.
Yeah, right?
Why was he so for choose love?
Right.
No,
you wanted
no,
that
no.
other one gone.
No.
Nobody's ever said, if only I grew up in the 1950s. There literally is a movie called Pleasantville about how bad it would be to be in the 50s.
That was a great movie.
Dude,
What are you talking
1998.
Yeah. Yeah. Travis goes, you know what the best part of that movie is? When it's black and white. I love that. Come and
Six-
mess
Time to
everything
be
up.
alive.
Yeah. No. 50s seem terrible.
Under the Sea Dance.
That was cool.
The Enchantment Under the Sea?
Yeah.
You see Back to the Future?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Is
Greatest movie ever made.
What?
It's that and The Godfather.
And the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg.
I don't know if I put Rockstar.
It's pretty good. Have you seen Rockstar starring Mark Wahlberg?
No. When is it from?
It came out in the early 2000s.
Oh.
But it takes place in the 1980s. It's a real weird one.
It's a 2011 film.
Oh, 2011. Okay, I mean that's early enough.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's 2001.
2000. That makes more sense.
There was an Indian Hindi language musical romantic drama.
I haven't caught that one, but I'll check it out.
Rockstar is 2001.
Yeah, I mean it's
fine.
No, it's awesome. It's the very loose retelling of the story of Judas Priest.
Do you even know who Mark Wahlberg is?
Yes.
Come on, bro.
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg's so
Troy, stop being
relevant.
so-
He's the
I'm
dude
just
in
checking. I'm seeing what
the Ted movies, right?
Yeah, 3 nipples.
Yeah, what?
You didn't know about that?
No.
Oh yeah. We found that about that in the Calvin Klein ads way back when. Yeah, he's got 3 nipples, right?
Yeah. Do you know that he was a rapper?
No.
See?
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg and the Funky Bunch.
Oh.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
What? She
Shocking,
goes,
isn't it?
What? Yeah. I hate to tell you about this, but before he was in Ted, he was in a group called Mark Wahlberg and the Funky Bunch.
And he liked being in his underwear a lot.
See, this is what he did. He was a Calvin Klein model.
See the extra nipple right there?
It's right there.
Wow, yeah. That's right there.
So we were fucking with you. No way. It's true.
Wouldn't lie to you about Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Dirk Diggler.
Yeah, he was in that new movie about the dog. That's really...
Which dog?
Arthur the King.
Arthur the King?
Yeah.
Is that a dog?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about Arthur the King.
Yeah, it was like based off some true story. It's actually pretty cool. It's like he runs a marathon or some crazy type not marathon, but you know what I mean? In like the forests and jungles, and somehow the dog goes along the journey, but it makes no sense because there's like...
Does the dog die in the end?
I don't want to see it.
Actually, maybe.
I don't watch
yeah,
dog
I remember.
movies.
It was really sad.
Yeah, I don't watch dog...
Yeah, right there.
Fuck that movie.
But Mark was really good.
Anytime there's a movie about a dog, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Because Act 1 and 2, they're going to get me.
Yeah.
And Act 3, I'm going to be a blubbering mess. The dog is dying at the end of the movie.
I've never seen Marley and Me, and I have no plans to.
It won't happen.
No.
It's not happening for me. That's being boycotted. And Arthur the King is on my list now of boycotted movies.
I'll just watch Good Vibrations.
I won't even watch Benji, just in case. You want to check out Good Vibrations?
This is the best song called Good Vibrations.
Wow.
I mean,
this is Marky Mark.
Wait, what?
You know
I
the
know,
song?
I know this song.
That's Mark Wahlberg. Her jaw is on the floor. Her mouth is agape. Danielle just realized.
There's no way.
That's literally Mark Wahlberg.
This song was huge.
Oh, massive.
Feel it, feel it. What?
That's Mark Wahlberg singing that.
I bet you, like, none of my friends know that.
Like, they just
no
know
one
this is
knows
a song.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ted. Ted.
OMG.
It's singing this song.
Young Ted.
Yes.
When is this from? Like 80s or 90s?
Probably 1991, 1990,
Yeah, early
1991.
90s.
See, like, life.
You like this better than Ted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you see what are they doing? Choreographed dancing.
Yeah, I was going to say the choreo, like,
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. And it was like this is also like you could choreograph dance, and like Mark Wahlberg was like not a cornball. He was like a Boston
I was just going to say,
street
people
kid.
weren't making fun of this.
No. It was like, oh, he's like he was too much of a bad boy for New Kids on the Block.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He was like,
His brother was in New
Yeah.
Kids.
that's right.
Yeah.
And but Mark couldn't join because he's too much of a bad boy. Right.
That's true.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, he was like, chicks were into him, and he would fuck you up if he saw you, and he was like a Southie Boston badass, but you could still have choreography.
Yeah, no, I think if any like white boy tried doing this nowadays, anyone like you'd
couldn't
get
do
bullied, you'd get canceled.
They
you'd
did.
Be like, what?
Macklemore tried it.
And then he modeled underwear.
Macklemore?
No.
Oh.
Which was like a little strange because you're like, well, he's like this hard ass, but now he's in his underwear.
Well, you thought it was strange because of the feelings.
The feelings.
Well, he did have a massive bulge.
I didn't remember that.
How do you not remember that?
I remember the third nipple. I just,
Wow. So then he transitioned to movie star, or like
Yes.
He's a woman now.
No, he didn't transit. Yes, he slowly.
Try this gave you feelings?
I mean, he's ripped. Look at him.
Yeah, no, I know.
This was the era of like hot dudes.
I mean, there's hot dudes now.
Eric Nies, Dan Cortez.
I feel like it was when like heartthrobs, like that word isn't even used anymore.
No.
Heartthrob.
That dude from The Bear is a heartthrob.
Yeah, he's a heartthrob.
I guess.
Whatever. Right?
Everyone says he just looks like a young Gene Wilder. Have
Yeah.
you seen that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
he
seen
does,
that
actually.
The
meme.
photo. It's
Yeah.
kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And it's not cool to be a dude like this anymore.
What are you talking
all
about?
the dudes are like meta now.
Meta?
Like just
You,
You know what he's saying.
are you upset there's no hot dudes anymore?
yes, of course.
You know he doesn't mean meta.
No.
He means beta.
Beta, excuse me. Betamax.
Meta.
All the dudes are...
He doesn't mean meta.
He's in such a froth.
Well, you're either alpha or
Well,
you're,
look at this picture you have on the screen. I
listen,
mean,
bro. If you're not alpha,
All
you're,
these dudes are meta.
you're either alpha or you're meta. No, dude, there's lots of Sigma dudes out there now. Meta.
Who's a heartthrob now?
Jake Paul's a heartthrob.
Oh.
No.
Jake Paul.
Who's a hot? Who do you
Jake
think's a
Paul.
hot guy?
Well, I mean, I'd say like for my generation, it's more like Timothy Chalamet, like you said, Jeremy Allen White.
Danielle, let me tell you something. Not just your generation.
Travis is a big
Sure.
Chalamet guy.
Are you not?
I'm a huge Chalamet guy. I like Timothy
Yeah,
Chalamet.
Timmy Tim's great.
He is. He is, because he shows up. You know what I mean?
hmm
He shows up.
Yeah, especially at his own lookalike contest.
See, that's sick.
Like, he showed up.
That's a sick thing to do. But I guess to Troy's point, Timothy Chalamet does carry himself in a very meta way.
Yeah. Tom Holland, he's very meta.
Oh yeah, Tom Holland.
Yeah, he's a short king.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. There must be some other hot muscle dudes.
Andrew Tate.
Is Andrew Tate for your gen? Like you guys love Andrew Tate. You and your girlfriend sit
Yeah,
around.
we
and-
love Andrew Tate.
You guys love Cobra.
I mean, he
Tate.
does have all those women hanging around
That's
working for him.
true. That's true. And they wouldn't be there if they didn't want to be.
Yeah.
Troy, would you like it if Andrew Tate was actually like really cool with the young kids?
Imagine if Danielle was like, I'm super
Actually-
into. I'm a big Hustlers U girl. I love Andrew Tate.
Yeah. Not necessarily.
No, not your cup of tea. Oh,
Maybe there aren't any heartthrobs.
That's a shock.
What about Pedro Pascal?
He's a little older, isn't he?
He's a zaddy?
He's more of a zaddy.
Okay.
Plus, even he's very sexually fluid, Pedro Pascal.
That's true. That's true. Maybe Troy's got a point. He just said it real stupid.
He said it's meta.
Meta. Troy, it's all right. You're doing your best.
It does.
Look at the picture he has on the screen. I'm
No, I know.
You're confused.
I know. And you're trying not to get boners anymore. I should take this off. I'm
You're
sorry.
confused again.
Thank you.
Rob in Oklahoma. By the way, if you want to call 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969. What's up, Rob?
Hey, good morning, guys. I was just going to say the dog does not die at the end of the Mark Wahlberg movie.
Oh.
He does try to make him leave because the trek that they're on gets too dangerous. And he gets mad at the dog and makes it leave, and then it magically finds its way back to him. So
That is magical.
yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
You love that movie.
Oh, man, it's so great. I watch it every day.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, time to wake up, have my coffee, and watch Arthur the King. Sunny in South Carolina.
Hey, yeah, I was wondering, wasn't there something about Mark Wahlberg back in the day committing like a hate crime and making some guy Chinese, like making him blind or something?
Yep.
He did it, yeah, but that we don't talk about old shit. We don't.
They attacked a bunch of Asians with rocks.
Yeah, but it's in 1986.
It's 1986. We don't talk about old shit like that. Thank you, Sonny. We don't. Yeah. Look,
It was a hate crime.
that was before any of this. That's crazy. That's crazy. We don't really talk about that.
They were shouting racial epithets.
That's wild. That's crazy. I mean, how old was he in 1986?
That's a
Yeah,
good
I was
question.
Gonna say, what does
Let's
that
check.
make him? Like 12?
Mark.
Yeah,
Wahlberg.
because Travis, can I hold you accountable for the things you said at 12 years
I
old?
really hope you wouldn't.
Yeah.
He was 15.
Come on.
People do crazy things when they're 15.
I mean,
And it was the 80s.
Can you imagine if Troy was held accountable for the things he did when he was 15?
Oh my God.
He'd be in jail.
Even the things he did when he was 40.
That's right. That's right. That was long enough ago.
Long time.
A couple decades. Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
It was the time. It was
he got
probably
into some trouble with that, but that's neither here nor there. They didn't have social media.
It was just fun teen pranks.
Yeah.
Throwing rocks.
What are the movies that you're into that kind of set you on this path in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, I have a crazy long list, but like you know, like Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan.
Do I know Freaky
Yeah,
Friday with
2003.
Lindsay Lohan?
Like that is that's like
Kind of
my
questions.
favorite movie, just because of the way that like what they're wearing with the band. Like that's what I want life to look like. No phones. Like it's just cool.
Right. That was like you pop punk emo.
Well, like pop. Yeah, more into the pop. Not as much the emo, but I like the fact that emo life was kind of not to say normalized, but like her outfit and like that kind of emo-ish vibe.
Sure.
Was more normal and like cool. Like it was
Sure.
cool. Like Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne rules.
Oh, now we're talking
like
about real punk
cool.
rock.
Rules. I know that whole first album front to back.
I know you do.
It's really good. That
It's
came out
really
the year I
good.
was
Rest in
born.
peace.
To the original.
Oh, yeah.
There's the body double, you know.
Mhm.
I'm glad, but you go back and you go, what was going on the year I was born? Oh, shit, look what Avril was putting out.
Yeah.
They gave her a hard time, too. They said she was a poser. They said she wasn't a real one because she, you know, big deal. She didn't know who Kurt Cobain was.
Yeah, she
She
totally
pronounced
was.
David Bowie's name. She wasn't a poser.
Yes.
She was a skater girl.
No.
Yes.
No, she just likes skater boys.
But she became a skater girl. She said it in the song. After she met the skater boy. And that happens.
She's had a little comeback.
Huge comeback. People realize. Danielle realizes. People understand. They're like, oh, we're dealing with an icon here, not a flash in the pan.
It's just too bad the original Avril wasn't around to see it.
Recipes to the OG.
Body Double gets to take all the credit and all the fame.
Avril Lavigne is the story of The Prestige.
Yeah.
Original Avril is just under the stage somewhere watching Body Double get all the applause.
Yep.
It's a crying shame, man. But you want to go back to the days where you could wear a tie,
Yeah, like the
baggy pants.
Yeah, like yeah. Like it was just like vests and things like that.
Vest rule.
Yeah, like I don't know. Everyone was more expressive and just like you could really be yourself and wear what you wanted because it's not like, oh, there's this picture of me from that day or whatever. Like I just feel like people just did what they wanted for themselves more. Not to say that everyone like.
No, you're not wrong. And I do
Right.
think, too, that there was still there were many different genres and cultures all existing at the same time, which now everything is just blended together. It's all one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But,
like in Mean Girls when they have all the different tables, like the jocks
yeah.
or whatever. I'm like, I know that like that might seem stereotypical and like.
Oh, no, it was real life.
Like yeah, I'm like
It
that
was real
seems
life.
cool though. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now people are just.
It was because you could make fun of the other tables.
You'd make fun of the other tables, and also the way the tables were known, and the way like the areas where lockers were known. You could never even say it publicly now. I mean, there were areas of my school where it's like, this is an area where one population. It was ethnically separated. You couldn't, and the way we described it, as if it was just, why would anybody have a problem with this? This is colloquial. You could never say it now. You go, the fuck did you just say? I go, I don't know. I was just talking about my high school where the lockers are. But you could, everybody was in their own little cliques and stuff like that. But you could also float, you know? There was always floaters.
Everybody got along with each other.
Everybody got along, except for the gangs.
Well, yeah, the gangs are a problem.
And they killed Tupac and Biggie. But I'm starting to think that was Diddy.
But everybody liked Tupac and Biggie.
Yeah, but Diddy had problems.
Well, I mean, we didn't know at the time.
That is true. That everybody, like all the genres were separated, and you were a hip hop fan, or you were a rock fan, or you were but then there were artists like Tupac and Biggie that would just, no matter
But
who
they were
you
all
were.
equally popular.
Exactly. It wasn't like one was cool and one was not. And also, things would mix.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
You're talking about the races.
No, not my school. No.
Okay.
No.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Although, have you seen the trend of like guys saying goodnight to their guy friends?
That's so funny.
You haven't seen that yet? Oh my God. So this it's great. It is great. I think it goes to the point of what we're talking about. There's this thing online now where a lot of girlfriends are getting their men to do this and videoing them just to see what happens, because women have a closer relationship with their friends. Women are more public with their feelings.
Yes.
And women are more comfortable telling, I'm coming from a more masculine, traditionally masculine perspective when I say I don't have friends that I'm going around saying, hey, I love you, I'm about to go do a murder. Like, I don't. But women will say I love you to, like, you could meet somebody for 2 weeks and you're saying I love you to them. So there's the newest trend online is having, like, masculine men call their guy friends to say goodnight. Hey, I was just calling to say goodnight.
Did you see like the original
I don't know what's the original. I've seen a ton of them.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe I've seen the original.
I've seen what I think is the original, like a couple weeks ago, and it's hilarious.
They're great.
All these guys are just like, the fuck you talking about?
They all end the same way, like because from the women's perspective, they're like.